All right. Let's see, hitting the live button, make sure everything gets streamed on over to YouTube and all that good stuff. Usually, I don't know if anybody out there really does this, but there's usually a delay. It's kind of like maybe 20 seconds or something between when you do stuff in StreamYard and when people actually see it happen. So there we go. Looks like everything's good. So what's going on, people? Same as last night. Gonna sit here, watch NXT Takeover. This time it is what is this? Stand and Deliver. So we'll see how that one goes. Last night looked like it was pretty good. I wasn't able to really pay as much attention to it as I would have liked because I was, keeping up with the chat and doing all that stuff while people were kind of jumping in as well. We were talking about some other stuff. But again, just kind of taking it at face value, while I was able to tune in, everything did look to be pretty decent for the most part. There were some surprises in there. I did not expect to see that title change for the women's title. I don't know where they're going with that. It seemed. Now, I get that they've been building up Raquel Gonzalez for a bit now, but I just didn't think that last night was going to be the night because that particular match just seemed like it just kind of came up out of nowhere almost. I would have expected a bigger backstory and all that stuff, but hey, it is what it is. So they are kicking off tonight with somebody, some girl who I don't know, whatever band this is. I, this might be Poppy again. It looks like that's what it says in the background. And obviously I can't really hear it because I don't have the sound up. But I don't know, I mean, it has a look that makes me not quite want to listen to it. Just looking at the way the girl is, something about her makeup. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really like the judge a book by its cover kind of guy when it comes to what is this like when it comes to music and all that stuff. But sometimes you look at something and it just kind of doesn't really sit well with you visually, and that's where we are right now. But who knows? Maybe this song is actually pretty good, and if I wasn't doing this, I'd be able to sit back, listen to it, and give you some real thoughts, which is actually something that I would kind of rather be doing in some ways, right? And I say that as far as just the YouTube thing, because I'm generally on here talking about shoes and stuff, because that's kind of just what created this channel. But I'm more of a music person, more of a wrestling person, obviously. So those are the things that really pull in my interest, right? But instead, again, I've built this thing on talking about shoes, so that's generally where the focus is. But every so often, when the opportunity is there, I do bring in the other stuff. So yeah, I don't know, it's a weird looking band of miscreants or whatever. So I might have to watch the playback later on and see what I really think of some of these things. But so far, as their track record goes, NXT's track record that is, when it comes to pay-per-views, hey, Sneaker Addict, DJ Dells, what's going on, man? Yeah, I've been the kind of. Oh, that reminds me. I meant to put the link in the chat. Yeah, I've been kind of off doing other stuff for a little while, but now I'm getting back into the swing of things. So I'll probably start popping up in some of your lives and all that good stuff. But tonight, just kind of watching this NXT show, seeing what happens. Some people are probably going to jump in later, but I guess I need to put the link in the chat so that they can jump in. We can go ahead and do that. But yeah, so how's everything been going with you lately? Because I haven't caught anybody's lives in like forever. Let me go ahead and pin this so people can get to it. Hey, Chip, what's going on, man? Yeah, okay, so it was Poppy. It looked like that's what it was on the back. She was on one of the last shows, like last year or something, I think. But I don't know. I mean, she might make decent music. I'll have to check it out later. Again, the visual, it was kind of putting me off, to be completely honest. There he is. What's going on?
Yo, what's up, bro? I figured just the cam up instead of just talking in the chat.
I appreciate that.
Yo, I'm so out of the loop with the schedule for this week. So there's the NXT pay-per-view right now.
This is night 2. So tonight it's going to be what is it? Gargano versus this big dude. Can't think of his name. Bronson Reed is going to be your boy Karrion Kross and Finn Balor. That one.
That's tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to watch this.
That's gonna be a good one for sure.
Can you explain how the hell to watch this on the TV? Like, I bought the Peacock TV, whatever, but I can't find it on Fire Stick.
Yeah, actually, because I'm watching it through PS4 right now. Because I tried too.
I see. Okay.
Because I was on the Amazon thing, scrolling through and typing in Peacock, and I'm like,
yeah,
like how? I mean, it's arguable, sure, but like the Fire Stick is one of the most popular streaming hardwares out there.
Facts.
And Peacock is like this new thing, and like wrestling's on there, and they're trying to make themselves known. How are you not going to be on that?
Yeah, it's so strange. Like, because like I'm like, all right, well, shit, I'll put it on and watch along with you right now. But then I'm like, I have Peacock on my phone, the app. I guess I could watch it from my computer. I can't watch it from my TV, I don't think, because I can't get it on my TV. I'm like, I'm not watching WrestleMania on my damn phone. That
is the craziest thing, because I know when, what was it? There was some other streaming platform, like when it first launched, it wasn't on like PS4 or Xbox or something. It's like, okay, but it was on everything else, and that's understandable. But in this day and age, you can't launch something and not be on the Fire Stick.
The Fire Stick is like everything. Everyone got a Fire Stick.
Isn't even Apple on there now, I think?
Everything's on there, man. It's like, if Netflix is on there, you have to be on there. Like, let's be real. Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu, if all these things are on there, then how can you not be on there, you know?
Exactly. Because in Disney Plus, perfect example, they came out and like right off the top, like I think they were on everything. So I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous, and it's not like it's a small company. NBC is a big thing, you know.
Yeah, and like I went on to NBC, like they have an NBC app, and I was like, maybe you got to go on there, but that's not the case. Like,
oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, and
I looked on YouTube, and there's a way you can like hack it and do all. I'm like, I'm not trying to do all that shit, you know.
Yeah, because it should just be available.
Yeah, and especially if we're paying for it.
And I'm wondering how it works because I know sometimes there's like certain streaming things that are only in America, which you would think is the case with Peacock, but I don't know, because like they shut down the network, so I'm guessing that this also works in like the UK and Europe and all those other places. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
looks like I'm about to watch on my computer.
Yeah, they're starting off with the ladder match. What's his name? Devlin versus Santos Escobar.
Okay.
I can't say I'm super familiar with either guy because
I haven't been watching NXT like I want to. I've just been, you know, now that it's on Tuesday, I'll probably watch it more because I've been watching more AEW.
Yeah.
But I haven't even been like, I missed this week. Was it good this week?
I don't know, because like I didn't watch AEW because I was watching the NXT thing. Mm-hmm. But I heard Mike Tyson was on there, so I want to see what he did.
I seen the clip. It was pretty
and that's
awesome.
One of those things, like, you know how when you want to watch something for yourself, you try to avoid everything where there might be spoilers.
I watched it, and it was. I put it I posted it on my social media, but it was pretty good. I mean, I love Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson can't do no wrong, even when he does. Like,
oh, Mike, yeah, he's one of those guys where, like, you know, if he does something wrong, like by the law, it's like people are like, man, I can't believe he did that. But he's like the forgivable guy, you know?
Yeah.
He comes out there like he talks like, I don't know, man, it just happened. And then you see him in The Hangover, and you're like, I can't be mad at this guy.
Yeah. He's more lovable as he's aged too. Like, you know, he's just like. You just gotta love the guy, you know. Yeah.
But he did
I like seeing him on TV. Anytime he's on TV, I'm happy.
I didn't see it, but I know a couple of years ago he was on. I don't know if it was a tour or something, but I know he was doing live shows. It's kind of like talks or whatever, you know, kind of like some of the wrestlers do, you know, when they just kind of go around. Like I think Jericho used to do it, and like Mick Foley, you know how Mick Foley did those too. where we just go and talk about. I don't even know. It's Mike Tyson. Who knows what he's talking about?
Facts.
He just shows up. And
I hope we get a Mike Tyson AEW figure. That would be freaking sick.
Man, that would be something. I'm also curious to see what Sting figures they bring out, because apparently Sting owns the rights to like every look he has ever had.
Really?
So he can have whatever figure he wants from his whole life.
Watch a chase, it'll be Surfer Stingers. Have you gotten any of the chases at all?
No, like I haven't seen a single one.
Same here, man. I seen like I was lucky enough to walk into a Target. Of course, right after you ship me that's the bucks, I go to Target like a few days later after I get them, and they're all there. Which I mean, that shit. I'm just happy to have them, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, no chase. Like, I'm like, where are these chases?
It's crazy because I'll see people and they'll be talking about them in like podcasts or whatever. It's like they'll just show up, and some people were using like the BrickSeek website, and they were going off of that to find them. But I just don't get it, because it's like it's hard enough to find the figures, just the standard ones. So
100%. Like it's really difficult.
I mean, I'll see the occasional chase, like not Marvel, WWE guys. Like you got like the Nakamura, right?
Yeah, I have the Nakamura.
Right, and you may have seen more of them, but
I got the lead chase. I caught that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
See, and that's the thing. I didn't get that one yet. I just started seeing. What's that?
They had two. I stashed one.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, if it's still around, I'm all for it.
If you want it, I'll stop by that Walmart tomorrow and get it for you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And it's crazy because like with those Marvel, I keep saying Marvel, but the WWE ones, you see the chases. Like it may not be all the time, but you'll see them. Like I've seen a couple of the Nakamuras, not regularly, but like every few weeks or something, it'll pop up.
Yeah,
and that's how I feel like it should be.
Yeah, I seen they had two of them. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit.
Man,
I couldn't believe that. At Walmart.
Yeah. They must have had like a big shipment in, because I don't know how many they put out like per crates or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely got you though if you want it. It's in pretty good condition too. What I'll do is I'll mail you the one I have, because I know they'll have it. I stash them in a place in the store. Like I have stuff from like last year that's still in this one area. So just like send me your address and I'll mail you. I'll print out a label and I'll mail you that out tomorrow. And then I'll just tell you you just send me like $26 or something.
All right.
20.
Yeah,
I got you.
I appreciate that.
The one where he's wearing the white and it's like white and pink, the outfit. You know what the chase looks like, right?
Yeah. I've seen it. Hey, have you been able to? Well, I'm guessing you probably haven't seen it, but did you know about the
Ted DiBiase?
Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
I keep hearing about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I'm starting to see those figures more often, like that the Legends series, but I have not seen that. Man,
DS Kicks in the building. What's up, DS Kicks?
It's definitely the better looking one. I like that gray pink sort of thing he's got going on there.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I love Ted DiBiase. That's the fucking man, you know.
What'd you think of? Did you see any of the reveals from today?
No, I didn't catch him, but I assume it's just Jericho Part 20, like another Jericho, right?
Oh no, this is like the WWE one. They put out like so much. They got the Macho Man coming out with like the cream of the crop with the little
oh, stop it.
So they have two. They have the standard and the chase.
Wow.
They have who else is in that group with him? Man, I can't think of who all else it was, but Ringside Collectibles is doing a Cactus Jack, like the ECW title.
Really?
There's gonna be a Big Boss Man and British Bulldog 2-pack. there's going to be a lot of stuff. I'm going to have to find the link and pull that up. DS, what's going on, man?
Yo, DS, you love me still, right?
Dells, I'm not taking that personal, man. I'm not taking it personal.
I'm not either. Shit, I never did.
I mean,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm looking like, man, Dells probably drunk. It's whatever. You know? Yo, it's like two friends fight, and let's say like it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like
I wasn't even. I was never mad at you. I just thought you should have just hit me up. You know. But whatever, you felt differently. You need to make it public. It's all good.
Yo, all right. That person, there was another person that was playing as me. That was not me. And then when you was going off, I'm looking like, yo, that's not even me. Like, I'm not trying to do that in public. Like, but
no, I just thought that we had a relationship where you could have just hit me up in the morning on the DM, and I would have said, yo, my bad. If I was a little extra that night, you know, I was feeling wavy, and we would have just been behind the scenes and laughed it off. Because I just felt like our relationship was where we would talk behind the scenes. It wouldn't be like, you know, a lot of this YouTube shit is fake. People don't really give a shit about each other, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that me and you were cool. We like wrestling. We like a lot of different type of shit. So, you know, when I seen that you kind of wanted to make it a spectacle, I wasn't feeling that.
Nah. With that, like I said, like someone was playing as me on your chat. Because you know me, like, what I write is, yo, what's good, y'all? Salute to the chat. Some person writing like, yo, I thought we was friends, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking like, what the hell? Like, this is not me. Like, why am I going to write that? And I know that I'm cool with you. And then, like,
that wasn't you that morning in the chat?
No, that morning was me. But I'm saying, like, the next live you did was not.
Okay.
Yeah,
that shit is silly. That shit is
silly. Yeah. That's why I was writing. I'm like, yo, that's not me. Like, drop the link. I'll hop in right now. And like you wasn't having it, and then like it was just
we talking wrestling. I'm like, I see you in the chat. I'm like, I hope he came up, man. This shit is done. You know?
Yo, listen. What under the bridge? I don't hold grudges, you know. Like if I'm gonna take a shot at you, I'm gonna do jokes. Like I'm gonna have jokes.
Yeah, of course.
Like it is what it is. Like
I was fucking with you too. I said, yo, your girl know me.
Yo, all I heard was my girl. I'm like, fuck out of here, Dallas.
I'm fucking with you though. Come on.
Oh man.
I did see once your girl said something in the chat, and I asked you, she said something like, "Oh, I've seen him DJ at a club once."
I'm not sure she said she's seen you DJ, but I'm not sure if it's like the same club. Yeah, probably went to.
But But I used that as ammunition. I was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, she knows who the hell I am," to try to get under your skin. Because you started getting on me. You started clowning me, which I wasn't mad at. I didn't even.
No. I conned you the I think it was the next live stream. I clowning you.
Yeah, you were clowning like crazy. So I was like, shit, man, I can play this game too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm glad that we could just like.
But you know, the thing is, like, the Section 8 people, like they don't show their faces. They're just kind of like spectators. So they want to throw gasoline on the fire. They don't want to see this right now.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Dels. Like whenever you hop on Zaya's live and I'm writing in the chat, if you ever notice, like I never like say anything negative about you.
No. I hopped in. If you didn't notice, I hopped in on Chilltown's chat. I think on Friday when you were on there. I wanted to say what's up to you then, but I was waiting so long. I know Chilltown is not that sharp on this StreamYard yet.
Yeah.
As soon as I clicked off, he was putting me in. I was like, fuck. I was like, I gotta go now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm glad you hopped on. It was only a matter of time. We got too much in common. We always have good conversation. You know.
No. I came up here, right? I don't watch NXT. Does you already know that? I already told you that.
Yeah, no. Or you watch AEW or you don't? I forgot.
I'm trying to watch it. I've been working lately. I've been so busy. So I've been busy. I was working when AEW come on Wednesday. Yeah, I think I worked yesterday. But I wanted to ask you guys about WrestleMania because I'm not feeling the hype this year.
No, I'm not excited either.
I don't think anybody is.
Yesterday, how do you feel about it?
I feel like it's a regular pay-per-view.
I mean, it's one of those things where it feels like a slightly bigger SmackDown, like one where like, oh man, like they're gonna have this match. Like maybe say like the first week of the month there was like a gauntlet match to determine something, and now they're having like the big match now that they know who's gonna defend the title or whatever.
Mhm.
So because even like right now off the top of my head, I can't think of any match for WrestleMania, like not a single one.
That's real. Yeah, like the only thing I could think of is Orton versus the Fiend and the triple threat match with
Belair
Bryan.
and Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks, Belair, yeah.
But yeah, I have no idea.
That match is the only one that stand out to me. Yeah, so far, like the WWE title match, I want Lashley to retain it, but I'm not excited for it, you know. And if they're gonna make Drew win, I'm gonna be a little pissed off about it. Cause I feel
Drew was gonna win. You know what's gonna happen? I said it yesterday. I did a whole prediction show on the Dell Show. If you want to, you guys should check it out. It was fun. Okay. We had a whole panel. I wish y'all were there actually too. But we're gonna do a show. Not to plug it on here or anything like that. If you're free though,
go ahead.
We're gonna do a show hopefully Saturday after WrestleMania, for day one, and then maybe day two. We're gonna do an after show, like talking about the show.
Okay.
So we're gonna do it at the Dell Show if you guys want to come through.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna do the same thing here.
Like, oh, you are? Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, but it'll be that way. I don't have to like run things.
Okay, cool.
So I'll just come to yours.
Step on no one's toes, or
that'll be easier.
Yeah. So I know a few people are gonna definitely cam up already, so it should be fun. I hope, and I like it that it's 2 days. I enjoyed last time how it was 2 days. You know.
Yeah, me too. That was the first time. Yeah.
I mean, because it gave you, for one, you're able to not have to be confined to watching it for so long. Because those WrestleManias, like I went to the one that stands out to me was Orlando, 33.
33.
It felt like I was there in that seat forever.
I can't even imagine.
Live. Okay.
Yeah, and because like the thing is, when you're in an arena setting, it's even worse because it's like you might know that the bathroom is down around this way or something, but it's not like when you're watching at home, you can run to your bathroom and back and like not miss a whole commercial, maybe, you know?
Yeah, for real.
But next year, I told my mom, because my dad, he's a big Cowboys fan and he's kind of getting into wrestling now.
Oh,
cool. And I'm like, hey, next year for Dad's birthday, WrestleMania in Dallas. It's at the Cowboys Stadium.
Ooh.
So we're going to that one. Obviously, I don't have tickets yet, but
he froze. He froze.
Who, me?
No, I think Shoes froze.
Did I?
No, you're good on my end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think Shoes froze. I couldn't hear him.
I hear him.
I hear him now.
I hear him.
Let me stop the share then. Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but because I was about to show you guys some of the figures that they were bringing out for today. From because I know Ringside Collectibles seems to have a lot of them up.
I hate how they just charge extra for them shits. That's the cheapness in me, man.
Yeah. So let's see.
Oh, old school Kane.
Yeah, I got a nice Kane there. Bailey.
Happy Bailey.
Oh, poor Bailey.
I'm not sure.
Not part of the card this year.
Oh, yeah, she is
crazy.
Yeah, I love her as a heel. You know who I like as a heel?
Yeah.
That got to tune in.
Who?
Yo, you hear me? Oh, I like Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, I didn't catch that with Sami Zayn and that Logan Paul dude. I heard that was funny as hell.
Yo, Sami Zayn got to be like one of the best heels right now.
Oh shit, China and Trish.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good one. But yeah, Sami Zayn, like when you give him a microphone, like expect good things, because like he just has that way of being annoying, but like you can't argue with what he's saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That bulldog and
oh wow,
the Bossman Bulldog.
That's crazy.
So that's I don't know the significance of those two being together, but
yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, but it looks good though, because that's like how I remember a lot of them. You know what I mean? From that era.
Like the Attitude Era Bulldog.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and this one, they got some good 2-packs coming out. That's I'm
I
definitely
love
gonna have.
Foley. I just picked up the Macho Man Walmart exclusive of the Macho Man Walmart exclusive. Jesus Christ.
Yo, I'm gonna head out because I'm about to go live like in 4 minutes.
All right, man.
Okay.
All right, salute y'all.
Peace.
All right, see you later, man. I'm not sure what these Reckon figures are. I think that's just like the basics or something like that.
Yeah, they're kind of like they do like little goofy shit, like little like see how it bends, like
Yeah,
they do
okay.
like little years and there's like you ever seen the Undertaker on the motorcycle?
Man, I saw that at Walmart like a couple weeks
that's
ago.
the Reckon packs. It's like
Is it? Because like I considered getting it on just because like I'm a big Undertaker fan, but I was like, I don't need this.
Matt Riddle. Oh wow, that's kind of cool.
It's good to see him getting a figure too. There's a million AJ Styles figure.
I feel like he's got a few already though. No,
I don't think I have a single AJ Styles figure. Do I?
I have a bunch. I have a chase of AJ Styles if you want.
Really? Like what's it? Is it from like one of the recent ones? Like
it's a basic. I got like 3 of them.
Man, I wonder if I ever saw it.
I'm about to tap you out.
Because like I know sometimes I'll like if you don't know what you're looking at, or what to look for, you may see those chases and not realize it.
Yeah.
I kind of like
I always catch the chases when I see like a full fucking wall.
Oh, like the full display rack or whatever.
Yeah, I'll look and see. Oh, that one looks different. Okay, that's the chase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the Naomi chase when it glows in the dark. That one's awesome.
One of these I think the red one is the chase for Triple H here.
Yeah.
But I kind of wouldn't mind getting that one,
Yeah, that's young Triple H.
But and then this was from a recent match when he fought Mysterio.
Who's that?
It's Seth Rollins. It's based on
his face looks weird, no?
It does look a little weird there, honestly. But the suit is based on a Halloween Havoc match that Mysterio had against Eddie Guerrero. Like years ago, obviously. I think it's like 97.
That's crazy.
So that's why it's kind of got like a Mysterio vibe to it. But here we go. These are the Legends pack that I was talking about. So they got Scott Hall.
Oh, that's all right.
Let's see. There's
Bam.
Bam. So
like
with the ECW title. The Macho Man.
That one is sweet.
Yeah, and again, like I said, it comes with like the little creamers too.
I have to have that one.
And then Big John Studd. So I'll have to see if I can find one of those pictures that shows him with the.
I need that Macho Man.
Yeah, and then the ECW Cactus.
That's a crazy Mick Foley. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I gotta have that.
And that's a ringside exclusive, so that one will be easy to get. You know what I mean? Because you just fire. Go to their webpage. Oh, they got an Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan.
And they got.
Man, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's got the weight belt and the championship belt and the whatever bandana thing.
It's like if you bought the Hollywood one, you got to get this one.
I wish I had the Hollywood. I need that one.
And
what's the other one? Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice too.
Love Jeff Hardy.
These Ultimates, man, like they go into some detail on those. What is? Okay,
those are elites.
This is an elite. This is just one of the standard elites.
How does the face look on that? It's hard for me. I'm on my phone right now.
Yeah, it looks a little odd. I mean,
it does.
Is a picture, I mean, it's an official picture, but maybe something will change between now and when it actually gets shipped out. But the face does seem a little off.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal is with that. And then another Hulk Hogan.
Hogan is crazy.
They're going all out now that they're cool with having him on TV again.
They're trying to make money before a new fucking video comes out of him saying something stupid. I still can't believe he said that shit, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like what he said was like, that's you can't really get a pass on that one.
Yeah. Nah, he can't. And it's like, but the thing is, it's like we loved him as a kid, and like it's a character. It's so hard. Like,
yeah,
it's like he's like I look at him like, yo, you suck, you know. But it's like we love wrestling. We love watching him. You know, it's a fucked up situation.
Yeah,
man.
and I'm sure that on the other side, there are so many other people saying just as bad of a thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just that he got caught.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you can say.
That's awesome. We got an MVP figure.
Yeah, man. And like
it's so cool that he's back and he's popular, you know?
He's doing like exceptionally well too. I mean, nothing against him before, but like
nah, he's fucking killing it. He's a great talker, you know?
He is, because like he's got that, you know how some people they go out there and they say the things to like make you understand that they're mad, but you just don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has like feeling in what he's saying, like, and you look at him and like this man is upset and he's letting you know that you messed up.
Yeah, he's got a lot of charisma, man.
Right.
Who's wrestling right now?
It's on a commercial right now. The ladder match just went off.
Who won that?
I was about to say Andrade. What's the guy? Santos Escobar. Okay. Looks like they got a Apollo Crews and a Chase.
Yeah, with the championship belt.
So then, okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, apparently they put out a lot of figures today.
How do you feel about what they did to Apollo Crews? They just switched him up, and he got like this accent now, and like.
So, I mean, apparently that's what he was doing years ago before, like on the Independence. So, okay, I get that they're going back to it, but it's like, how do you the accent thing is what makes it weird.
That's what I'm saying. It's like he totally just turns it on. It's like
he was gone. I don't even actually know. I don't think he was written off TV for like a few weeks. I think he just on one episode of Raw he was whatever, and then like a week later he's like, now I'm Nigerian or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like my grandfather's king and blah blah blah.
I would have loved if they just repackaged him and put a different name on him, and like he ain't Apollo Crews no more.
I mean,
people would be like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here! It's Apollo Crews." But at least he'd have a different name for him, you know?
Yeah, like instead they just kind of, I don't know.
It's kind of weird. They have people rolling up with fucking it's just strange, man.
It is. It really is, because like they could have. Because I know sometimes they'll just like, all you need to do is just make somebody a bad guy, or just like have them up the aggression a little bit.
That's a great Oscar.
Oh yeah, I was hoping that by the time they made a figure like this, that Kairi Sane would also be made too. Mm-hmm. You know, like a little 2-pack or something. But
yeah, I miss her. I like Kairi Sane.
Yeah, I wasn't as into like the pirate thing for whatever reason, but once she got with Asuka, that's when I like started paying attention to her. She was carrying like the little umbrella around and all that. Yeah. Man. And this. What the hell is that? That's what's her name?
Oh, Candice.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray. Okay.
Man, there's a lot going on with these figures, man. Like, yeah. The detail and everything in here.
Yo, there's people that buy every single one. I don't know where they store these things.
I mean, I'll say that is that what's his name? Damian Priest?
I think so. They got a Chase with him too. That's dope.
Oh, he's got like that. Remember when DDP had his ribs taped forever?
Yeah, yeah. That's the basic joint. Yeah.
Okay. I guess they're not done with this one, or maybe that's just how his right arm looks.
Yeah, there's Lexter.
And man, that's some NXT dude. What'd you say?
Yeah, Jake Atlas.
Yeah, because like I recognize him, but not his name though.
He has a Chase also.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I guess they're doing basic chases now too. All right.
Yeah, well, the AJ Styles one I have is a basic chase.
Man, and is this another? Okay, and they have another Apollo that's just a smaller, a basic one,
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing the chase on that too.
Yeah.
So they're really going all out for Apollo then.
Seems like they're putting out a lot more chases.
Yeah. And then I guess a couple of the He-Man style figures. So
Oh
you got
wow! I got
Bret Hart
that one.
as Triclops,
That's sick. Oh, Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant as Titus. I think that was the Giant's name in their universe.
Wow.
Man at Arms. Okay, that's a pretty good one now that I see it up close.
I love
that.
Sergeant
Actually makes a lot of sense too.
Oh,
And-
Junkyard Dog, right?
Okay, this is they're pretty creative with these He-Man ones, man.
Yeah.
Like, that,
I love
hey,
the New Day one. I think is.
oh
my
man,
favorite.
I just saw Jones was in here in the chat.
What's up, Jonesy?
Yeah, because I was so deep into looking at these figures. But man, those are looking good too. I think
that Junkyard Dog is fire, man.
I think that's all the
shit,
reveal.
Is that Killer Cross? One more up. Is that Cross?
Yeah, this is the one. This one's in Walmarts and stuff now.
Really? I gotta pick that up.
This one is Walmart and Target.
Okay, I'll be able to find that one easy, I think.
Oh yeah, because he's I forget who else is in that set. Let's see. Let me see here. Because he was in one of the recent Elites 85. There it is.
He's such a badass, but he's such a nice person, man. In person, it's
yeah, because I know you interviewed him before.
Yeah, it was a long interview too. He's so nice, man. Like,
but they also have this Aleister Black in that set too, so that one's looking pretty good.
He'll be out of WWE before you know it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, maybe it's a good thing for him, but bad for them because, man, he came out with like all the momentum, and then they got the Boneyard Undertaker in there too.
HTX, what up, man? I see him in the chat.
Hey, what up?
They're bringing out a lot of Undertakers.
Yeah, they are. They are not messing around. I think I closed like the YouTube link. I have to open that up again. But yeah, man, the Undertakers, and it's got all the accessories, the detailing on man, those things are solid. Like I was looking at those figures today, and I'm like, man, they're about to get a lot of my money. If I can find them all.
I just don't know where to put them.
I don't need all of them, but yeah, that's the biggest thing is just finding.
Liv Morgan be having way too many figures. Like, I'm sorry, people really want Liv Morgan. Maybe you want him, but I don't.
Nah, I liked the Riot Squad Liv Morgan because she used to come out on Raw with like different shoes and all that.
Yeah, the sneakers, the blue tongue, like she was cool. And then they turned her into like a freaking. She looked like Scarlett Bordeaux. They changed her look like old Scarlett Bordeaux. I was like, why'd you do that? You just signed Scarlett.
I did not get. I was just like that. It didn't make any sense to me
at all.
So let me get back on here. See, but yeah, okay. See if I was missing any other messages there. But yeah, man, they went all out on the wrestling figures today.
It's pretty cool.
Man, but it's just like you said, getting those is one thing because if you take them out of the box, obviously like they don't take up as much space, sure, but like they still add up though because it's just they're so cheap, but like you see all the ones that you want, and then maybe you buy into most of them.
Those all the. I looked at those yesterday. They got a flare.
Yeah.
My whole thing is like the sculpt's got to be right. Like the faces. Sometimes I see these faces. They're ridiculous. The worst figure I've seen is that AEW figure. There's a few of them, but the one of Pac is horrible.
Yeah, and I know like the reasoning behind that was because they didn't get a face sculpt for him.
They shouldn't have put it out then.
Yeah. So but they wanted to keep him in the wave or whatever. And that little
Dude,
set.
I don't know about you, but I prefer they didn't even put out a figure on me. If they can't get the face right, like I'd be like, yo, don't even put that shit out.
That's why mine is displayed with like the hair and the face one, because at least that one looks more accurate because
yeah, well, you don't really see much of his face.
right. It's
Yeah. I
But-
think that's why they did that, you know.
Oh,
but
shoot,
the
actually,
other
yeah.
one, it looks nothing like him.
I just got the Wave 4 in the mail yesterday. You want to see him?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Forgot about that. Forgot those came in.
Tired.
So let's see who we got here. Ortiz. Well, let me turn this up a little bit.
There we go.
Got
Awesome.
Ortiz here. Try to get this because kind of angled with the way that
Glare. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Monitor.
tempted to buy that one. I love that dude. He's awesome.
Yeah. So it's got a lot of accessories and stuff in there and everything.
Does he have the shoes that have like the toe thingy or no?
Does he? He does.
That's so good.
Yeah. So he does actually have those on.
I love
pretty-
that. That
Man.
was so worth getting.
And he's got like the shorter hair. Head
Yeah,
also.
yeah. With the braids.
And of course, gotta have Santana in there too.
Facts.
So he's got remember, like he was doing something where his eye was damaged from like I think John.
Oh yeah,
Moxley
who did that to him? Moxley. Didn't Moxley fuck his eye up?
did something. I can't remember the storyline, but it's even on the back of the box. So sometime the early part
That's
of
pretty
last
cool.
year.
They did that.
But yeah, so his is looking pretty good too.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't realize they
flag
did that
back
with the
there.
eyes.
Kind of see it.
That's actually really dope.
Yeah, man. And who's this? Sammy Guevara.
Oh yeah.
So some people were saying that like the signs in here. Some people got signs that like all say "hit me up," and some people got signs that have like different phrases on them.
Yeah.
So,
Are some blank or no?
I don't know, and I haven't opened mine yet, so I can't say. But when I do, like, I'll let you know because
I think they could do better jobs though. AEW with the sculpts. I'm not happy with them. Like,
yeah,
they're
this
not
one.
horrible, but they're not.
So his looks like it's mostly the camera here, but his actually looks better in person though.
Okay.
His looks pretty decent. I'll give him that. Let's see. This one's pretty good too. Like
Yeah.
again, some of them you kind of, and I know there's a glare and all that stuff, but just looking at Matt Hardy here.
I hate how this like ended with Matt Hardy because like I didn't think he was that great when he came to AEW with that gimmick. Like I like what he's doing now. When he changed to the red hair and he was talking about all this, I couldn't follow it. It was like too much.
Like that's the thing because when he debuted like that, and he even said it in an interview for himself, like that style of character or whatever, it just doesn't really work when you're not around people.
Yeah.
And then Kenny Omega.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one better than the first one.
Yeah. The first one is basically like he looks like the dude from Devil May Cry or something.
Yeah, yeah, for real. And he's like super happy in that one. Like,
yeah, and but that's was that because I know like some of the earlier ones were made from a different company. I'm not sure if he was in that group or not. Because like the very first AEW figures was Cool Toys or something like that, and then they moved to Jazzwares. And then last but not least, got Cody in here, and he's got, man, okay, yeah. The face that they have on him by default is that weird, overly happy one.
Yeah, super goofy.
Yeah, it's
still
like,
no neck tattoo, huh? Oh yeah, this is the Throne Breaker.
Yeah. So this one is, oh yeah. So this is based off of 2019.
Yeah, they still going with the old figs.
Yeah, I mean, I think, man,
That may be hard for them to put that. That's in the neck area, that tattoo. It may be difficult for them to put that on there.
yeah, because it's, and then like with the head being the way it is, like it's gonna hide some of it if you don't do it right, you know?
Yeah.
Because
Maybe
it's
that's why
kind of
they're
like,
delaying it.
because it's a high tattoo, you know?
Yeah, it's high on the neck. It's a weird place where he put it.
It was a weird choice. It was. I think
Yeah.
Matt Hardy looks to be like the most recent design because his is from March of 2020, and
Uh-huh.
everybody else was okay. His was also 2020, but yeah, everybody else was 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a little behind on there.
And you take all your figures out of the box, right?
These ones, yeah. I mean, the plan is to get all my other wrestling guys out of the boxes too, but
Mm-hmm.
space is an issue.
Yeah, man. Like I have all my AEWs in the box, and it's like it's I don't know what to do. I really can't be buying them all now. Like I really need to stop because it's like
Yeah, but
I have to.
but especially when you see them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just bought a whole bunch of Marvel Legends figures the other day because you know they were there, they were available.
I need that.
Yeah, this one right here. I know it was around. I have to I have to start looking at the Targets again because that's the only place I've seen these is at Targets.
I've never seen that yet. If I see that, I'm gonna buy it on site.
Because that and I think I saw the Fiend one in stores too. But the Ultimate series, yeah, I've only ever seen them at Target. So I don't know if
Same
they're an
here.
exclusive.
I got the. You know which figure I got, which I love, is the Bray Wyatt exclusive from over here that comes with the puppets.
Oh yeah, I just had that one's on the screen right there. You got that one?
Is that the one? Yeah, that one's freaking awesome.
Man, I should. I don't know why I didn't. But like now that I have some other Bray Wyatt figures that like once you buy one, like that's where you kind of went wrong because it makes you want to get other ones. I also want to get this Ultimate Warrior figure.
Which one? Let me see.
This one here. Get that pulled up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got the fancy coat jacket thing on, you know. Looks very detailed and everything.
Yeah, it looks like I like when they use the soft goods. Like when they did the last Ultimate Warrior figure, you know, the one right before he died. They did such a great job on that one.
Oh yeah. I know you have more than one of those, right?
I have like 3 of them.
Yeah, because
they're still
like,
available at Target.
I feel like that's the thing. Like since they're around, people are kind of not gonna buy them for the most part. But you give it a couple months, and people are gonna really wish they had bought those figures.
You have it, right? You have that one?
I have 2.
Yeah.
I want to say I have 2.
That's a special figure, man. I mean, it ties to that speech he said. That was like a really crazy promo he cut, you know? And they put it on the back of the figure, like on the back of the box. It's like, I had to buy that, you know?
It was like they had another one. This one, this one, it popped up in like certain Targets a while ago, but because it accidentally or something came out early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one.
I kind of want it for that yellow title.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. The outfit's fire. It's like, you know.
I mean, because like when you look at certain people like the Shawn Michaels or like the Ultimate Warrior, certain people like they're different clothes and different outfits and stuff. Like you want those different figures, you know?
100%.
You look at it, like, oh well, this was him versus Austin and blah blah blah. Like, so I got to get that, and this was him versus Bret Hart from wherever, so I got to get that.
But then you have that one. I feel like I have that one. Did that come out yet? I know I just bought a new Austin.
In some places it did.
Yeah, I think I got that at Target.
But the thing about Stone Cold is like, and not to take anything from him, but his figures, because the way he dresses, are pretty plain, right?
It's always the same.
It's always about what, if he has any accessories or what vest they threw on him.
Do you know if he ever did a figure with the middle finger hands or no?
Did he? I don't think he did.
I wonder if people have like custom hands of the middle finger that you could buy for him.
Because I know
people selling custom like moldings and stuff.
Man, like that'd be pretty good business if you could like make those. Because I know there are people that make custom shirts for wrestling figures. You know what I mean? Because some of the podcast people that I follow or whatever that do wrestling figures, they have custom shirts. You know how like you have like your shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah.
Like they have their shirts on there, and they got custom action figure shirts made for their figures.
Wow, that's cool.
So it's like I'll see them and they'll have like the Chick Foley shirt on. It's like, man, that is kind of cool. Like, so you could buy a figure, get like a DJ Dell shirt on there, Sneaker Addict tee on.
But that's not through Pro Wrestling Tees, is it?
No.
I was like, I'm about to hit that dude up. I'm so lucky to be on that site. Like, I can't believe they have my shit on their site. Like, I think it's pretty cool. That's
crazy to think that you're in the same company as like the Young Bucks and all those guys.
Yeah, it's wild. Like, but I guess they respect my wrestling interviews that I've done in the past, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm gonna be out and about before you know it. The COVID shit's dying down. Before you know it, I'll be able to interview people again. So I can't wait.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a good thing because
WrestleCade. It sucks. I always get such great content during WrestleCade. Like,
yeah, because that's in North Carolina, and I know you're.
Dude, if you can, you got to go next time, bro.
Is it? Roughly how far is it from you? Like, do you have to make a good drive to get there, or do you make a weekend of it, or what is it?
Oh, I live 15 minutes away from the place.
Oh, okay. So
it's so good. I literally drive there and then drive home. I'm like, you know, if there's no traffic, it may even be 10 minutes.
Man,
and it's like 3 days of wrestling, 100+ wrestlers. It's so great. You know,
and yeah, Mr. Jones, I'm kind of getting a little late to get into those, but he's saying that
the middle finger molding, there got to be custom WWE hands. I bet you if you search on eBay, maybe there's someone that has them.
Because like there are a lot of people out there that make custom figures, like the whole.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
and they do an amazing job. Like even the Hasbro ones, you know, there's the short, small Hasbro joints, like.
Yeah,
so crazy customs.
I'm sure that even if you had to like take like the fist, you know, mold and just kind of like build off of that or something, you know, kind of adjust it in some ways.
Yeah, melt off the pinky or something, and then put a middle finger, attach it, so it looks like it's 3 fingers. I don't know how the fuck to do that, but there's got to be a way. I mean, I would pay stupid, like a ridiculous price for middle fingers that have Stone Cold sticking the finger up.
Realistically, now that I think about it, you know, with like the right design, like if you have a 3D printer, you might be able to just do it that way.
You're right.
Because
I wonder if that guy George that comes on my show could do that.
Because I've seen some people like print some crazy things. You know.
Oh.
What up, E-Money?
Y'all can hear me?
What's good?
Yeah.
Not much. How y'all guys doing today? I see y'all had some interesting topics today.
Yeah, we talking good old wrestling.
How's life in Hawaii treating you?
It's burning up. Y'all ready for tonight is the second part of NXT, right?
Yeah. Gargano is on right now. He came out dressed kind of like War Machine, you know, like Iron Man and War Machine.
Okay, I catch. I think I I got another 2 hours before it come on. I was surprised that I guess I shouldn't have been too surprised by what's the name last night, right? Gonzalez.
Yeah. I don't know. I really like Io Shirai though, but I guess her time was up.
Right. I guess in this case, right, I guess it's only fitting, right, because the size was a big advantage, right, in power towards her side. So
yeah, but I think they're probably gonna go with Dakota Kai and her probably like have some falling out, and then they'll probably do some matches for a little while. I think that's probably the next thing or whatever.
They may move her up. You never know, right?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
true.
that's often what happens. Like, especially when it's kind of out of nowhere. And I think at the cage match, you know that one where like they have the two or three cages connected, something like that.
Oh, War Games.
Yeah, like at that, Shirai got pinned by Gonzalez. So,
oh yeah, I think they made a reference, right? Yeah. Okay. Any predictions for this weekend for WrestleMania?
What are the matches again? Because I know we went over this.
You got that triple threat match with Randy Orton, not Bray Wyatt, Daniel Bryan, and who's the third guy?
Oh, you mean
Edge?
And
Edge, Bryan, and Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I don't see Roman Reigns coming out with that title when everything's said and done.
I agree.
But
I think Edge is gonna win, bro.
Yeah, I think he's gonna win.
I'm thinking it's gonna be. I'm thinking Edge pins Bryan. Somehow something happens, and that's what it ends with.
Right. I'm hoping for a swerve in the Hurt Business when I can see, because they got pinned, right? So they can't be by the ring. But if you break them up, technically they're not the Hurt Business no more, right? I'm hoping for that because they didn't build Drew up to be strong. So that's the only way I can see them keeping him from winning.
Man, yeah, but at the same time, I feel like they're probably ready to do something different, right? Ready to just kind of move on from Drew, only because he had his whole year to do his thing, right?
Right.
And now people actually want to see Bobby Lashley for the first time in a long time.
Right.
So they need to cash in on that. They need to cash in on the fact that Bobby Lashley is getting people's attention and do something different.
I agree.
They should have never broke up the Hurt Business. I think there's got to be something to that why they did that.
Yeah, that's why I said I think this would be a perfect time to do the swerve, right? Because they could come back and help him and help shut Drew down to break his momentum. Because they're gonna be like Bobby can't do nothing with him, so that'll be the perfect way for them to kind of say they outsmarted him.
I think Lesnar's coming, bro, for his ass.
Man, that Lesnar versus Lashley is a match that Lashley has been wanting for a long time.
SummerSlam, hopefully. So
I would like to see that. I'd also, if you remember, was it last year's Royal Rumble? Yeah, it looked like Bobby Lashley and Keith Lee and Lesnar were kind of getting into it a little bit. So
yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
They screwed up Keith Lee, though, man.
I don't know what happened. I was just
screwed him.
I was just talking about that because I had a Keith Lee figure out, and I was like, man, he was on TV, he was doing all right, and then he just disappeared.
Right.
He was freaking popping. I don't know why the hell they did all that shit with him, man.
I mean, he had an amazing, the momentum he left NXT with, where he had just won both belts, right? And then he gave up one, and then he lost to Karrion Kross and moved up to Raw or something.
Yeah, and I think that was Bullseye losing to Karrion Kross. So, I mean, he just got that guy.
Yeah, I was I expected him to kind of have a lengthy dual championship reign, and then so I didn't think they would combine the titles, but I figured they'll do something to get one of them off of them. But either way, he ended up going to Raw, and then nothing. Like
They moved him up too fast, right? Because they moved him up, and then they put him up there where he beat Randy Orton, and then he was battling with Drew. Like they just didn't have nothing else for him to do. I was like, this is crazy.
I mean,
Yeah, but you know they also changed his music.
Wait,
Right.
say that again.
They also changed his music.
Oh
They
yeah.
also
So-
changed his look, put him in that goofy outfit. Like, you know, like why'd they do all that to him, man?
Like he was perfectly fine. All they had to do was just take him, sit him here, and keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, that was trash what they did to him because he was good, man. There was no reason for that at all.
Yeah.
Right. Bailey and Charlotte is missing from Mania. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, they say that she has COVID, Charlotte, right? Something like that. I heard.
That's what I heard too.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. We have to
But
put that out there.
I don't. But the Bailey thing, like that seems weird to me because like she has been at her best right now. You know what I mean? Since like her NXT time, basically. Because in NXT,
Yeah,
and
I like Bailey. I like the heel Bailey too. Some people don't like the heel Bailey. I love it.
Her
She talks
ding dong
mad
segment
shit,
is good,
too.
right?
right, it's like what she's doing is working great. And again, like they should kind of cash in on that. Like I get like not every match is going to be like big and whatnot at WrestleMania, but they can at least put her out there with somebody who's probably also not doing much of anything, you know. Like they could pull Ruby Riott out, you know, just because I'm sure they could have a pretty solid match, even if it's not anything on the line or whatever. It'd at least be something.
Mm-hmm.
But
Charlotte may have more to do with Andrade. I still think they may say it don't, but I think it does.
oh, I'm fully on board with you, man. Fully on board. Because it's like if you're married or not married, but like your fiance, and then like there's rumors that like she was able to use her position in the company and also her dad's position to help him leave without any like 90-day clause or anything. So I could see if like it was like, okay, well, kind of like how when when Razor Ramon and Kevin Nash were like leaving, and then they punished Triple H for some stuff because he was like, well, you're here still. We'll deal with you. Maybe they went that route with Charlotte, and they're like, well, we'll just bump you down a notch.
Right.
But
She don't need a title run anyway. She done had the title too much.
yeah, like legacy wise, you can't take anything from her. Like she's done everything pretty much. Well, I don't think she's won all the titles. I think Bailey or Sasha Banks is the only one that's won all of them, but still, like it's Charlotte. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna hurt her because, for one, they need her. so they're not gonna like have her lose a bunch of matches. They'll just take her off TV, if anything. That's my guess.
About a Rhea Ripley thing, though. I don't get that. She just come right in and go straight to the top. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley and Asuka. Asuka better not lose.
After Rhea
She's
Gonzalez
gonna.
kicked her behind right on her way out.
What'd you say, Dels?
100%, she's gonna.
I mean, I know,
100%, she's losing that.
but like, I don't want her to.
I mean, unfortunately.
I mean,
No, I don't either.
To be the voice of reason, yes, you are very much right. But man,
I mean, I don't like that either, but it's gonna happen.
Because like Asuka's been her WrestleMania track record. I don't think it's that great, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but she lost to Charlotte in New Orleans. I remember that, and I think that's her first WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was her first loss too, right? That broke her streak.
Yeah, and then the next year was that New York one or something, and I don't even remember if she was in the main event, but I know that Becky Lynch won or something, right? However that worked.
That's right. It's time for Becky Lynch to come back pretty soon. Probably SummerSlam.
I kind of wonder if Becky Lynch is going to come back.
Definitely. If Seth's back, she will eventually.
Because I mean, I don't know, like if the mother life has changed her or whatever, but I feel like, I mean, because everybody does, so I guess it's just really probably a matter of time. I mean, you got like Mickey James. Mickey James is still out on TV once in a while, you know. I think Lita might have been there, but I don't know if she has kids or not. But I don't even know if Mickey James does. But Beth Phoenix has a couple kids, from what I understand.
Sorry about that.
I only know that because Edge or Randy Orton talks about him.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah. Do you think there's a chance that Orton?
When are you doing Peacock?
I'm not feeling this Peacock shit. I was just saying it earlier because I got the Fire Stick and I'm not able to really watch it on the TV.
Yeah, because like they don't have a Fire Stick program out yet, which is ridiculous in this day and age.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't? You know, like what TV?
Yeah, kind of disappointing.
What TV streaming service out there isn't on the Fire Stick?
Right.
It just makes no sense to me. I mean, it's on PS4. I assume it's on Xbox. I have it on my phone. You know, I'm sure it's on.
I'm gonna have to download it. I'm gonna have to download that on my PS4 downstairs. I don't have the PS5.
Is that Dale? Somebody do? Is that Dale doing the?
What? There's noise. Is that me making that noise?
I heard something a while ago, but I don't hear anything now.
Okay.
I'm muted for a second.
Yeah, I can't wait. Man.
But yeah,
I gotta break out of here.
They completely got rid of Fiend's right, his alter ego. I like these jokers.
Hold on one second.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little later. I gotta break up out of here, bro. Good talking to you guys.
All right, yeah. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping in.
No problem, bro. Don't forget, on Friday at 7, we're gonna be live if you're free. All right?
Yeah, I should be. All right, cool.
Okay, cool. Later, bro.
All right. But what was the last thing you said, E?
No, I was like, man, they got rid of Bailey's alter ego, right? I mean, Finn Balor's alter ego.
Man, so people are kind of speculating that it might come out tonight because he was talking about demons in his last interview or whatever.
Right.
So
that would be good to beat Karrion Kross, right?
I mean, it's been a long. When was the last time that the demon was on TV?
Oh my goodness!
I mean, the first thing I can think of was when he won the Universal title. Remember that?
And I was thinking, yeah, I remember that. And then I was thinking it was geared toward him versus the Fiend, but that never materialized.
And that would have been a pretty good one in some ways. I mean, I know it's like a completely different clash of styles and stuff, but just for what it is, I think it would have been kind of cool seeing that mashup there. Hey, right. Robert Valentine, what is going on? Welcome. But yeah, I don't know what happened with the demon thing. Maybe I will say, like in NXT, they didn't use it. They didn't overuse it.
Right.
On Raw, they did.
Right. Did he lose? Did the demon lose? He did lose around WWE. Or did he not? I can't remember. It was more like Balor. That's right. Balor was sorry on WWE.
I don't think the demon lost. I mean, I know, like, supposedly I think Finn Balor lost one time in NXT, but I don't remember if he was like in the demon setup or not, though.
Right. Okay. Demon. I think he lost to. Actually, I think he did lose once as the demon. I think he lost to Samoa Joe. I might be wrong though, but I think he had a series where
let's see. Samoa. Okay, so Finn Balor did lose to Samoa Joe, but it was a different match than I thought it was. Because like I could only think of what was it? The takeover in Dallas. That's the one that I was thinking of. I was like, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was like a takeover the end somewhere, which was probably about Finn Balor. But he did lose that one. I don't know if he was in the paint or not.
Okay. They screwed Samoa Joe up though. He was way better than Impact.
Samoa, you know, when they had Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles as like a big thing or whatever,
it was a watered down version, right? I was so excited, but it's like, man, compared to what they used to do in Impact, I was disappointed.
I was ready because like I didn't see it in Impact, but I just knowing what I'd heard of both guys, I was like, okay, this is gonna be solid. And then it was just, I don't know what it was. It just like it was impossible to get into.
It's Nakamura was another one, right? Supposed to be really good, but somehow.
Man, I was at that WrestleMania because it was the New Orleans one, 34. And I was so excited for Nakamura versus AJ Styles. And then it just dropped the ball.
Right. Because I seen some on YouTube, right? Their previous matches, and it was nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Like it has to be like somebody has to have like told them like, hey, we need this or we need you to do that, or they probably had too many hands in it. You know what I mean? Like setting up the matches and stuff. Because both of those guys are too good to have a bad match.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like if you put Shawn Michaels in there and you said, okay, you and Bret Hart, like it's gonna be you guys tonight. If that match sucked, that's because something went wrong. You know?
Right. Exactly. And then you have what did you get a chance to see AEW last night?
Nah, because I was watching night one of the NXT show, so I didn't see AEW.
Okay.
But I'll have to watch it later though, because Mike Tyson was on it. I want to see what he was up to.
Yeah, he did his normal crazy stuff, so I ain't gonna spoil it for you
again. So I'll probably I missed last week's AEW also because I was at a friend of mine's house. Me and him and his girlfriend, we were watching Godzilla versus Kong. Did you watch that?
Yeah, some people didn't like it, but I just took it for what it's worth. I mean, it's a sci-fi movie, even though I know it was too heavily sci-fi, but I think it was decent. But again, I guess I watch stuff too much, and I can see that plot coming a mile away.
So my only problem, and it was all my fault for not paying attention, but I didn't realize that a Godzilla movie had happened. So, so like they're talking about characters and they're bringing these people in. I'm like, where are these people coming from that everybody knows except me? So I was a little confused through a lot of the movie on certain things. But then after the movie went off and we were looking up something on Google, and it's like, wait, there was a Godzilla movie in 2019, and none of us had seen it. None of us even knew it happened.
Right.
But even with that as a factor of like confusion, I just looked at the movie and just took it for what it was, right?
Right.
And there were some weird moments in it, you know. It's like why is he doing that? Why is Godzilla burning a hole through there? Why doesn't he just jump down and fight him? You know, there's a lot of stuff.
Exactly, right. Yeah, he burned it through the Earth's core. I was like, holy crap. And then it's like, as soon as I seen the other mega guy, I said, okay, this is what they're gonna end up doing. This is gonna be the plot out there. And I said, yep, I was right.
Yeah. And then like they had like the skull down there in the ground from the previous monster. And again, had I seen that last movie, that would have made a lot more sense.
Right.
But you know, like, all in all, though, I saw people dislike it. I thought it was fine. I was like, hey, like, I don't know what you're expecting from this. Like, if you're expecting like the next Goodwill Hunting or something, like some
Right.
amazing movie with like this deep story. Like, no, just this movie is here to kill time for 2 hours.
Right.
And which is honestly, that's kind of a movie I like sometimes because I don't have to think about it.
Right. I mean, you're talking about 2 animated CG type characters, right? So like, how much you expecting out of this?
Yeah, it's like I think it got pushed back, but next month they were supposed to put Mortal Kombat out, right?
Right.
And so I'm wondering, like, okay, how's that going to be? Because I grew up playing the Mortal Kombat game, so I'm curious to see how that movie's going to be. They got like a rated R label on it, so I guess they're gonna have fatalities and all this gore stuff. So,
Well, what was the other movie?
what's going on, Sean?
How's your day going, bro?
Not too bad. Just sitting here talking about what were we talking about? The Godzilla versus Kong?
Godzilla. Yeah. Did you see Coming to America yet?
No.
No, I haven't seen that. I
saw
lot of
the
people say
Godzilla
it was
movie. Godzilla
Say that
movie was
again?
terrible. The Godzilla movie was terrible.
Okay, well, what did you find terrible about it?
It's just everything, man. It was just so pointless, and the ending sucked, man. Like, we defeat a robot. Wow. It just. I think I'd rather watch the very first Godzilla than ever watch that train wreck we just made.
Well, maybe they should have had more build-up prior to the final battle, because it's like.
Did y'all ever watch? Did you watch the new Dan Schneider's Justice League?
It's like everything was just happening through the movie. It was just like random things just happening.
I mean,
No, the Schneider cut. The Schneider's cut of Justice League. That movie was great.
Yeah, 4 hours. Yeah.
4 hours was worth it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I
watched it in 2 settings. I couldn't watch it 4 hours straight. I was like, nah, I can't do this.
Oh, you didn't? You didn't? I watched it in one full sitting.
Yeah,
I actually watched it twice. I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, the next movie I can't wait for, I guess, is Fast and the Furious, the new one.
Yeah. Are they gonna actually release that one?
They're supposed to release it in June, I think, or August. I don't know.
Yeah, because it was already made prior to COVID. But when COVID hit, they had to push it back. I guess they want the best bang for the buck.
And I don't know, I think it was Regal isn't going to be playing it because they had like them and the makers or Universal Studios. I don't know what happened with them. They had like some kind of problem in that they said that they weren't going to play Universal movies or whatever at the cinema.
Wow, they need to hurry up and get that movie. It's like, what, a year old in the making? Maybe almost 2, right? 'Cause they've been at it production done.
That's like
Spider-Man comes out on Christmas, I think.
That and the woman, Black Widow, her movie, I think that's been done for a while too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the Doctor Strange 2 movie also. I'm not sure.
A lot of movies I feel like have been done, but they're just waiting to release it because of COVID.
Right. And I get that because all last year, like I saw, was that The Invisible Man or something? What's that movie? I think that's something about an invisible guy, and that movie was pretty good. But then everything after that, like, just stopped because that's when the world fell apart.
Yeah.
And since then, the only movies I saw a couple that went straight to HBO Max.
Did you watch Bad Boys? Did you go see Bad Boys?
No.
No, I went. That was the last movie I saw before COVID. That movie was. That was a good movie.
Who, Bad Boys 2? Oh, the new one, right? With someone with the son.
That
one wasn't bad.
I mean, I think the second was better, but it was still a good movie. Way better than the train wreck I watched with King vs. Godzilla. I can't even remember the name. It was that sorry.
Yeah, there have been some movies that have just not really hit the mark for everybody.
Like the Carmine of movies.
But yeah, I'm trying to think because like even all throughout last year, like nothing was. I think there were a couple that went on streaming services and stuff. Like, I know like Wonder Woman was a big one, sure, kind of, sort of, but that movie wasn't really that good when it actually happened. What else? I feel like there was something else. I think there was a couple animated movies, but I didn't watch any of those.
Right.
I feel like Rampage was better for versus Kong versus Godzilla.
You
Right.
know, Robert Valentine is bringing up the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Like, I have never seen from end to end a full Ghostbusters movie.
I haven't watched it. Period. I'm too lazy. They don't interest me.
I've seen parts of I've seen parts of one of them, like when I was young, like really young. But I've never seen an actual whole Ghostbusters movie.
I know they made a new one with the females, but I heard that was terrible.
I heard they were supposed to make another one, like kind of like to play off of it like a sequel, but I guess that isn't happening now. Maybe.
Well, a lot of people were complaining that it was female Ghostbusters.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like somebody probably wanted to make it because we need to make a women's version, but sometimes people don't want the legacy to be tarnished. Nothing against women, but they want certain things to just be what they are, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's like, look at Bobby Tarantino. His movies, they're always full of gore and all that. Like that's like telling Bobby Tarantino make a movie without gore.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop out here, Phil. I got some errands to run, so I can catch NXT shoes and stuff. And it's nice meeting you, Sean, and I can top it up with you later.
You too, dog.
All right. See you later, man.
All right. Okay.
Your average sneakers guy, what is going on, man? Now Chip has joined us.
Yo, what's up?
Just sitting here. You heard it, talking about movies.
Trash movies.
What are you looking forward to, Chip?
Oh man, I'm not a big movie guy.
Okay. See, I'm also not, but like every so often there is like again, the Mortal Kombat, because I was really into those games. The Godzilla thing because it just seemed pretty interesting, and I did like the Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like outside of the upcoming Marvel movies, I don't even know what is coming out, and I'm not even sure when the Marvel movies are coming out. Honestly,
regarding to movies, I can ask you this: is the Justice League movie? It's not new, right? It's from 2017, correct?
Basically, what they went and did is, because I watched the movie, every character in Justice League, basically, they were introduced for like 5 minutes, no backstory. Okay, they were pointless. Like Wonder Woman, she got her own movie. We didn't know anything about Cyborg.
I love Sean.
And basically, you gotta watch the movie, but Cyborg is officially one of the most important characters in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Every character finally has a background, and it's like the first like Marvel. Well, the Justice League movie is rated R because apparently it has gore, because someone got cut in half or something like that. Parents were complaining about that. I don't know why. What else?
It should have been PG-13.
And Superman is wearing a black suit, which was so badass. And you gotta watch the movie for yourself. I don't, because if I explain it,
what would you rate it out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.5 or a 9.
Oh, that's pretty good for you.
Yeah,
Man,
it doesn't beat Avengers. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, is it from 2017?
It's from 2017, but it's way better.
Okay, it's like
that was because like when it came out, I was wondering the same thing. I didn't know if it was just another movie, and then
yeah.
Nah, Schneider really went off on this, and he took his time. Even Batman, even Ben Affleck seemed more badass in the movie.
Because when I watched, you guys remember like the Days of Future Past movie? I don't know if you actually saw it, but
that was X-Men.
But when they did the Rogue Cut version, it had like 20 extra minutes in it or something. But it really filled in some parts of the story and made it like just flow a lot better.
No, I think. Did you ever watch Logan? Did you go see Logan?
Yeah.
I thought Logan was like such a great ending to just the Wolverine era.
It was. It wasn't.
X-Men fan, Sean?
It was good. It just wasn't what I expected it to be.
Are you an X-Men fan, Sean?
I'm not as much as an X-Men fan, but I do like me some Wolverine.
Yeah.
Look, I watched Dark Phoenix X-Men. I will tell you right now, do not spend a single penny to watch that movie. If it's free, watch it if you want, but it was a terrible movie.
Hold on a second. Someone's interjecting here. Snyder Cut is a big false advertisement. They went back, added a lot. That film was not finished.
Well, of course, it's not going to be finished. There's a lot
Well,
more
yeah.
they could have added, but you want the
Yeah.
movie to be 7 hours?
I haven't saw it, so I can't chime in on that.
I don't know if he's saying like,
Look,
Well,
I think this is the
wait.
thing. Look, you're never gonna please someone 100%. It's impossible. I've never met someone 100% pleased with a movie.
yeah. I mean, that's unless they make it like a series, you know, like break it out, kind of like how they like Infinity War and Endgame was like, in a way, it was like one big movie, but no one's gonna watch 6
All right.
hours.
So from both of you guys, should I watch it tonight?
Which one?
Justice League.
I don't think you saw it. Did you see it, Shu?
I don't like Superman, so I'm a little petty in that way, so I didn't see it.
All right. Well, from Sean,
Okay. Do you have the time?
I guess, man.
Like, do you have more important things to do?
Not necessarily.
Well, then don't watch the entire movie tonight. Watch about 30 to 40 minutes, get to feel it out, and then you can make the choice of continuing it or not. But I watched it 2 full times, so a total of 8 hours in one night for me, basically. So yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a commitment.
Well, when you have company, I guess it makes it better.
And Sean, you said you're 15, right?
16.
16. Oh man, enjoy those days.
Yeah.
I'm 26. I'm 26, and I feel like I'm like so old.
Yeah, and Shu is 39.
Yeah, so like I got you both beat.
Yep.
Practically combined.
Yeah,
But,
you're an old man, Shoes.
Say that again.
You're an old man.
Oh, I'm very aware of that. I can do
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
No.
You know, I try to stay young at heart. You know,
I mean, look, he beats my dad. He beats my dad.
Oh, wow.
My dad turns 37 in 3 days.
Shoes, don't feel bad.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm well aware that I was born a long.
My mom's 47, so she's a little.
You still look good, Shoes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like in this, like in with like the other peers of mine, I never really know who is how old, and so there'll be people that I might think are like my age or whatever, and then they'll say, "Yeah, so next week when I turn 45, blah blah blah." I'm like, "What?" And then there'll be other people
Wait,
who'll
so
say,
are you?
"Yeah, I just turned 30." I'm like, "I thought you were like older than him," you know?
Wait, so are you the oldest sibling or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many siblings do you have, Shoes?
I got a brother who's what 94, so 26.
Oh, same age as me.
27.
94 brothers.
Because he had a birthday not too long ago. So he's we're in Colorado. The one that I send shoes to when I don't wear them anymore. That one. And then my sister will be 21 this year.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So
I mean,
little
I have a younger brother. We were born the same day, just like 7 years apart.
Really? My
Yeah.
stepdad and I were born the same day, just several
Different years. Okay.
And Gigantor says he's 28, still feeling good, and that's all that matters, man.
I feel like I want to enjoy 16, 17, and 18 because I feel like I'm kind of upset because freshman year of high school was like one of the best years of my life, and then it came crashing because of COVID.
Bro, all I need to say is you're in high school, man. Enjoy every minute.
Yeah. Looking back at it, it was pretty good not having to like really be responsible for too much.
Yeah. That's the point of view I'm coming from.
I mean,
not killing myself basically.
And I have to get good grades because I go to private school, so that I obviously have to keep my stuff up.
Okay. Yeah, that was I was living in Missouri, so there wasn't really a whole lot to really do anyways. So
yeah.
But like when you live in those small areas, you just kind of make your own fun and just hang out with some friends.
I'm torn between like working for NASA or just calling it quits and going to the Navy because I really want to join the Navy because most of my family members from my mother's side were in the served for a while. So
Yeah, my uncle, he was in the Navy for I mean, he retired, so at least 20 something years. But I've met a couple people that did the Navy thing for like a little while. A friend of mine, he did it for a few years. He was like he did something with like photography and whatnot, you know.
Yeah.
So he had a pretty cool job. In my in my opinion, it seemed pretty cool. But you know, it seems like a popular thing. I'm not a water guy though, so I'm not trying to be out there on boats and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a water guy per se, but I do drink a lot of water.
yeah, I mean, like
I have a bottle right here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, my cousin Sarah for a while. That's why he started 11 years.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least you know.
I mean, he was gonna do 12.
He
He was gonna do 12, but you know, he passed away serving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was in Iraq, man. Just they got him. So
Oh, man, that's too bad.
yeah, he was on patrol, you know, and then boom, like they got him.
And that's the thing. It's like you never really know. Because wasn't there like I was like I don't remember what he did, but I think he was like, you know, professional sports of some team or whatever back in like 2001 after like the whole September 11th thing, and he joined the army and went out and got killed basically. You know, I mean, it was what he wanted in a way. You know, he wanted to get out there.
Look,
you know,
I think the best SEAL of all time, I think, will hands down be Chris Kyle. Definitely probably the best SEAL of all time. He was out there shooting just whatever he saw. He didn't miss.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with my cousin was, you know, you see stuff that you just never want to see. You know, he had to kill a kid, quite a few. And, you know, that stuff just never leaves you.
Oh,
yeah,
man. I couldn't even imagine, man.
Right, and that's that's the thing. Like you hear about it, but like, I mean, unless you actually go through it for yourself, because I can imagine what that's like. You know, just some little. I mean, I get there's like rules and stuff. It's like if somebody's like approaching you and like they're on the other side, you know.
Yeah, and then I mean, there's two types. I feel like people that serve. There's the people that kill and they don't care and they don't feel nothing. Then there's the people that are actually decent people and have sympathy.
Right.
And my cousin was the one who had sympathy because, you know, he was a father. So.
Yeah, and I think anybody would be thinking like, man, like. To me, like a normal person would at least like think a bit. I get that in the end, a lot of people would do what they need to do, I guess. But like you were saying, how you feel at the end of the day is what's gonna put you in whatever group. You know.
I mean, like, you know, go watch the American Sniper movie when Chris Kyle had to take the shot at the kid in the heart.
I'm hesitant to watch that movie, man.
You know, I wouldn't recommend it if you can't take that stuff. I watched it fully. I've watched it many times. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But, you know, Chris Kyle, you saw what he had to do, and it just didn't – it was rough.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, but that's the thing. Like you said, if it might be one of your favorite movies, it doesn't mean it's going to be like a movie that puts you in a good mood, you know?
Yeah, true.
No, I mean –
Requiem for a Dream. I think that's a pretty good movie, but it'll.
Which movie did you say?
Requiem for a Dream.
Oh yeah, with Marlon Wayans
and Jared Leto.
Yeah. When they were real young.
Yeah, it's about like, and his mom was like addicted to like medicine, diet pills or something.
Yeah,
like
and they were drug addicts, right?
Yeah, it's about heroin addiction.
Growing up in a city like DC was a good time. I'm from DC.
All right, so Shoes, I got a question for you.
What's that?
Since you like rock music so much and wrestling, have you ever gotten into ska music? SKA.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, you're legit for that, man.
Like I remember the last time I met Less Than Jake, like the singer actually like recognized me. I was like, man.
So you know about the Scatterlights and all of them?
I might, because there are some bands I don't really know, or maybe just haven't heard much of. But for me, like the biggest ones I listen to would be like, of course, Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake, Streetlight, Mustard Plug is a big one. The Planet Smashers.
So you know the mainstream bands.
But yeah, and I'm sure there's.
It's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Say that again.
I said like the mainstream bands. I
mean, but again, going to like the shows, then that's where you see like Westbound Train and like the Toaster. Well, the Toasters isn't. They are kind of mainstream in some ways, but
you got to see Less Than Jake in person.
I've seen them probably like 20 times. It's
how are they?
Amazing every time. That's why I keep seeing them. Who else? There were a couple of bands that I have like CDs of, or like
so
they didn't last because like I would see bands in like bars and stuff. So it'd be like Catch 22. Like the first time I saw Catch 22, there's a whole bunch of little bands like Maladroit Riot or something, and all these other bands that just like they were together for like a year and then just disappeared. Just unfortunate. But then you get newer bands like that aren't quite ska, but they kind of are. Like, who's that? The Interrupters,
Yeah, and that's where reggae comes from, right? It's ska music.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I saw reggae as coming earlier than that.
No, ska came before. Ska was 1950s and 60s. Reggae came in the 70s.
Hey, Demetrius, what's going on, man?
I gotta go use the restroom. I'll hop off for a sec. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, ska is. I'm one of the people that actually still listens to that, and
man,
actually, I don't know if you listen to them, but Five Iron Frenzy just put out a new album not too long ago, as did Goldfinger and who else? And Less Than Jake. So all pretty solid.
And I have to send you the Pie Testers. You ever heard of them? The Pie Testers?
I actually have seen them.
Also. Really? You've heard of the Pie Testers?
And also the Specials that comes to mind now. I saw them out in Virginia Beach a couple years ago.
You might not like the Pie Testers like that, but they're one of the greatest ska bands ever. They're so underrated to me.
Man, there's some other band there's something else that's coming to that I feel like there's something that I can't think of the name of, but either way, like when I got into music and when I started branching out in like 2003, that's when I got really into ska.
I was a baby then. I was a baby.
So yeah, I was listening to like whatever ska bands were around in 2003. I would go see them, and then I would find out about new bands. Then I'd go see those new bands later. I'd find out about more new bands.
Wow, that's so crazy that you know who the Pie Tasters are, man.
So yeah, like I've definitely seen more than I remember. I can tell you that like easily. But because there's stuff that like you just don't realize that you don't know who it is maybe like in the moment, and then later you're like, oh, that was so and so. I saw them years ago. Like Fall Out Boy, right? Like I saw Fall Out Boy in 2003 because they opened for Less Than Jake. And I got a pic from Pete Wentz, and it's somewhere in this apartment. Because I saw him sitting at the little merch table. I was like, hey man, like saw you playing bass up there. You're pretty good, man. He's like, oh, thanks, dude. It was weird to look at that. That now Fall Out Boy is like this huge band that's like
and it's crazy because you saw them when they were like just regular kids.
And they also have this band with them called The Academy but at the time they were just The Academy.
I haven't heard of them. Are they pretty good?
Yeah. And do you know Story of the Year?
No, you got to send me this stuff, man. I haven't heard of them. Because I'm going to send you some stuff as well.
All right, cool. You said you follow me on Instagram. Is that right?
Yeah.
What's your name? Because like I don't always know who people are.
Hold on, man. I'm gonna send you. I'll follow you on my other account, but I'm gonna send you my main account.
Okay, because like the thing is, like sometimes people will. I'm not like super famous or by any means, but I do get a lot of like random followers.
You're famous in my eyes.
And so when
All right, hey, I sent you a request on my main page. Did you get it? Young Chip Zero.
I should, but yeah, so like I'll get random friend requests or whatever from people. Okay, Young Chip, got it.
Yeah, that's me right there, man.
So when I do, it's like I don't always follow people back immediately unless I know who they are, because sometimes it's like someone who just they may have seen a picture that they liked and clicked follow, or it might be like a bot, which happens a lot. So, and then like they might message me later, but I don't check my messages. I have that notification turned off.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like I get a lot of spam, and it'll be like, "Hey, I'm so and so in China, and I want to send fakes to you." It's like, no.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good. Thank you for the offer, but I am fine. What is this? At least a year. Oh, okay. No, I saw a comment from somebody like they had left a comment on one of my pictures a while ago or a video. I'm like, man, I've been watching you for ages, and I'm like, I don't feel like I've been doing this for ages though, you know? And most YouTube people, like you can kind of write off that first year where you're just kind of figuring it out.
I'm gonna let you know this right now. Like, you're a very great YouTuber. Like, I know I come on and talk my little mess with the Rob Van Dam and stuff, but I really enjoy your channel, man.
And I do appreciate that because
I think I'm going to start my YouTube channel up this year, man.
Okay, cool.
I think I am. So I'll let you know. I'll send you my information and stuff, so you can check out my videos as well.
Yeah, and like if you want like any suggestions or tips or whatever, like
dude,
let me know.
I'm all for it, man.
Because that's the thing. It's like in this little world, I have other friends obviously that are doing the same thing, and they're always talking about like, oh, I want to get bigger, I want to get my stuff out there, I want to make money doing this. It's like, okay, here's some things you should do, and I'll make little videos about it. I made like 3 videos like 2 months ago. Just each one was like a different segment of what you should do, right?
Yeah.
And they get like no views whatsoever, but it's like I go through all my analytics and things to like look for so you can help make your next video that much better or easier to find, and give you all these little tips and suggestions. Like I'm trying to help people, you know, but not everybody's into it. Some people watch it and they're like, okay, cool. Other people, it's like, so what's up with these Yeezys? I'm like, dude. It's like just because, wow, that was unexpected. There's a big title change here. But so again, going back to the YouTube thing, right? What's your, I don't know how to phrase it necessarily, but like, what's making you want to start one? We'll go with that.
I don't know, man. I just want to show my shoe collection, and I want to network with people. And like, you're one of the first people I've been networking with. And I don't know, it's just really cool to me, man.
And okay, so
basically, and I'm not into all the like super famous people. Like, I like the smaller bloggers like you.
Yeah.
Even though you do have like what 4,000 followers.
Yeah.
Subscribers. That's pretty good, man.
Right, and that's honestly, to me, it's very amazing given that like, because like, and it's not, I don't compare myself necessarily to like other people, but when you see like, okay, well, my friend and I, we both started doing this around the same time, and like, you can't help but think like, okay, well, I mean, I know there's other variables, but when you see like, oh, we've been doing this at the same time, and you see like their growth and yours, it's like, you know, I don't want to say like it doesn't necessarily make you better. It's just like it makes you like, man, like people are subscribing to this for whatever reason. But and again, a lot of it comes down to like my videos. I'm not talking about anything that nobody else has. Well, sometimes I am, but it's
my videos pretty good, man. I'm not. You can't short yourself on that. They're pretty good.
But the thing is, what helps the most is that I put a lot of attention into promoting the video, meaning like the back end side of things. That matters just as much as like the presentation, because I see so many people with like good videos and like they have this nice backlog of things to watch and no views because they're not taking the time to promote it properly. And I don't mean that it's like, oh, you need to go and plaster ads all over. No, you don't have to do that. But the thing is, take for example my Ice Mint Ultra Boost 19s. Fairly popular review for whatever reason. It wasn't a popular color. It didn't really sell out in any store ever, but that pulled in a good number of views, right? Because you type in all the things you want people to use to find it, right? So when you use your tags on YouTube, right? That doesn't just work on YouTube. A large portion of my views comes from Google, right? So if you, I found this out later, because like somebody said, man, I'm trying to find those Ice Mints, but a lot of places don't have them in stock anymore. And I was like, really? That's weird. And I went on and I just typed in like Ice Mint Ultra Boost on Google, and the first thing that came up was like a picture of me in like that video. So you make your tags right, because if somebody is like online just because like they want to find the Bread 11, if your stuff is tagged properly, they'll see that, and then they might be like, oh, let me just watch this video instead of reading this article, right? Because some people may not even realize that shoe reviews are a thing. They may just
yeah, seriously, man.
I didn't,
But seriously, shoes up, man. I enjoy your videos. I know I talk trash or whatever you want to call it. I really enjoy them, man. And I'm getting ready to start my YouTube channel up, so we got to link up for sure, man.
Yeah, and real quick, let me see, pull up the Reach tab, and since the show is kind of at a lull, I'll do a quick screen share, show you some things as far as the analytics and what I was talking about. Sometimes it's easier to show what I'm saying than to just like, and let me get this comment off the screen. So that's big enough, I suppose.
The fact that you know who the pie testers are, man, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
So let's see, is that good? Okay, cool. So this is like the analytics side of things, right? You can look at like the Reach section, kind of talks about like where your views are coming from and all that.
That's from the month of March to April?
This is the last 28 days, but
okay.
Just to make it easy, we'll go with March, just so it's a full month. So you see this, there was a bit of an increase. That's around where the stimulus money came in, and people were watching the views a little, or watching the videos a little bit more. So thank you to the IRS or whoever was in charge of that. But then you come down here. I don't know why that stayed on the screen, but so down here, right, external traffic, you can see like, okay, I got a large percentage of my views came from Google searches on the external side. And even here overall, traffic in general, YouTube was 65%, which is more than most, sure, but the Google search though, like that is a powerful, this phone, that's a powerful thing, because people are always searching on Google for stuff, you know what I mean? And then Pro Wrestling Crate, because sometimes they advertise my videos. And you can also look over here and see like which playlists people are watching. So the Yeezy reviews are popular because, when people get a bunch of money, sometimes like buying Yeezys is the thing they want to do.
I'm just not a Yeezy fan like that, man.
And even over here, you look at like the percentage of the terms that brought in my traffic, like the biggest ones anyway, was Yeezy related, except for the Air Max 97 and surprisingly the React Presto. But then you can look at like the individual videos and stuff too. And let's see, we'll look on audience. That's a good one, because like I was saying before, if you know like what your audience is like when they're around, when they're watching videos and stuff, you can look at this little chart and it'll show you like the darker purple is when your viewers are most online. So if you post a video when your viewers are online, you can almost count on like some extra views just for that reason. Whereas if I posted a video at like, 6 in the morning, I'm still gonna get some views, because my channel is just big enough to do that, but it's smarter for me to post them around here, which is why I usually put mine up at like 9:30 in the morning. So that way, around like 10, when people are coming online, the video is out there and they can watch it, right?
Yeah.
And then you have like subscription notices and all that, and like your watch time. And this is why I don't bother with like thinking about the subscriber count, because most people that are watching these videos aren't subscribed. I like that people do subscribe. It's nice, right? But it's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen. Ultimately, views is what really matters. And I get the views, so I'm good. Subscribers helps people. It's like, it's a weird thing where it's like, if you have a lot of subscribers, you'll get more subscribers because people will see it and like, oh, apparently this guy means something. And so let me click that button too. It's kind of weird in that way, which is, a lot of people have problems with YouTube because of that reason. And then, let's see, I think the engagement one is just about like how much people are watching the different videos and all this stuff. Like you can kind of trails off towards the end because people, okay, like the video's done, I guess I can tune out now. And what is this? Like, it gives you like your top videos by watch hours. So, fun fact, the Yeezy Ash Blue, people spend 187 hours watching that video last month. Kind of a lot in a way. Maybe it's not, I don't know. It is to me though. So it's kind of cool to look around in there and stuff. Let's see. And if I click on a specific video, this being like the Ash Blue. Yeah, Ash Blue. So it tells you, you know, like all the, how many views it's had, watch hours, and this is since published. I've had 14 new subscribers based on that, and it's made me $26, right? But when you come over to like the reach thing, and this is where I was saying that you can use old information on newer videos. You come in here and you look at this, and I'll go over all this stuff again with you later when it matters. But you can look in here and you can see like, all right, well, if it takes a second to come up, you look at this and you see what people are looking for on your, I mean, what people are typing in that led them to your channel or to that specific video, and see like, okay, Yeezy Ash Blue Yeezy, Yeezy 350 Ash Blue. So then if you, like me, make a lot of Yeezy videos, take the top 10 off of this list and make sure those tags are in your new video. So that way, because you know they've proven to work, you know? And then jump down and make sure you get these on feet ones in there, because that's a popular thing too. But yeah, there's a lot of information in there that people can use to leverage, you know, to get those views they want to have. It's not just about buying like the most popular thing in the
most hottest sneakers.
Yeah, like sometimes you gotta just be on there and just like look at what you're doing and see how you can do it a little bit better.
Man, well, yeah, man, I really appreciate you for letting me come on here, as well as last night as well. So,
oh, it's no problem, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna go eat some food. And how long are you gonna be online tonight?
Probably like another. Actually, this is the last match, so it might be like another 30 minutes or something.
All right, man. Well, I'll probably be back in like 10, 15 minutes.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you then.
If you log off, man, that's cool, man. I'll just catch up with you next time. When do you think it'll be live again?
I don't know, because I was gonna be live doing the same thing again this weekend, but I'm gonna be on Dell's channel. Okay. So probably next week sometime, unless I do like an Instagram one, because those.
All right. Well, we follow each other on Instagram now, so that's good, man. So.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate that. And like I said, I followed you back, which you may have noticed.
Oh yeah, cool. Hey, and I still gotta talk some mess in the comments, man.
Hey, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, man, hey, keep progressing, keep doing what you do, man. And I really appreciate you. You're one of the few shootubers out here that like actually buys what you want and not buy the hype.
Yeah, I know. Like people don't even keep a lot of the stuff they buy because that's how little it matters.
They just get it for reviews.
Yeah, it's like That's
And
another
I'm gonna send you some ska music, and you send me some music, man. And hey, we're gonna rock out together.
Definitely, man. Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I appreciate it.
All right, yeah, same to you.
All right.
Man, my live stream is like way behind. Like, so you like to keep the YouTube thing in a separate window. Demetrius, like, go ahead and click on that link. Watch that playlist. There's 3 videos in there that you should watch. And they will go over everything that I just talked about in deeper detail with pictures, because I put pictures in my videos. It will make you a better person. That is a guarantee. If you take what is talked about in them and absorb it into your mentals, then it will make you a better person from a YouTube perspective. There's a money back guarantee on that too. So just throw that out there. But so, for anybody that was kind of wondering where the wrestling things sit right now, we are now up to the final match. This is Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole, baby. And man, this one is going to be a slobber knocker. That's what they say in the wrestling industry. And now Homegrown Kicks.
What's going on?
Challenger emerges.
Oh, what's been going on? What's been going on? What did I miss? I'm pretty sure I missed a whole lot, but
you missed talking about Godzilla versus Kong. You missed talking about what movies people want to see coming up, and if it is or is not worth paying $30 to see something that's going to be on the Disney movie on the Disney Channel. I think it's Black Widow.
Those are all good questions.
Yeah. So, well, let's hear your thoughts. Kong versus Godzilla, or was it Godzilla versus Kong? Either way. Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, what are your?
They've already done something like that. What, like in the early 2000s?
I was not watching movies in the early 2000s.
Because I think I remember they had, like, when Xbox 360 first came out, they had like a video game for it. I think maybe like a Godzilla. I don't know. Something.
Oh. Well, so I tend to read a good bit of Ars Technica, which is often the technology website. But people are on there talking about it, and I guess this Godzilla versus Kong thing is nothing new, and they tend to all be the same.
Right.
So, so you probably have an idea of what you're going to get into. The only thing that changes is the visual, I guess.
Right. I think that's how I'm feeling right about when I heard that they were doing the movie. I think that's exactly how I was feeling. I feel like it's been done 50 times over the last century. And I don't care.
Yeah, like I went into this with no expectations, no stake in this whatsoever. It was just like, this should be entertaining in the sense of like, I want something that I can watch for the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Right. And that's it. That's all I'm looking for here. And it did that, right?
Okay. Well, that's good enough. Right.
Because it's like I was saying when E-Money was on here earlier, they're not trying to like make the next like Schindler's List or Forrest Gump or some movie that people talk about for years. They're trying to give you something to be entertained. Now, one of the things that I saw in like the review that I read through, because I had some free time, was like the author was talking about how he would have really liked to have seen that in the theater, because it is kind of a theater movie.
Yeah.
It's like the Marvel movies and the other big noise action movies, you know?
Right.
But I don't know how you feel, but like I was never a big movie theater guy outside of like being in England, because I had a subscription. But normally, you know, it's just like I just didn't care for a long time. Now that like they've been closed for so long, I'm back to not caring. You know what I mean? Because I got it out of my system.
I think for me, if I were to go to a movie, I never wanted to go by myself. So if a movie coming out meant I had to go by myself, I wasn't going because I really didn't care enough to.
Yeah, I will stand right there with you. Like, and it's crazy because I'll go to concerts by myself. I'll go on like a road trip to catch a tour by myself. You know, go out to eat by myself. I'll do everything else like solo and not even question it. I went to Comic-Con by myself the first couple of years.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I mean, I met some people and like it'd be the thing like I might like see them like while I was there at some point. It's like, oh hey, right. you're Martin from the thing. I saw you said you were going to be here too at this panel. Hello. And like years later, you know, I would actually like meet up with people throughout the day, hanging out and stuff. But
right,
2013 Tristan was just like, I'm going to Comic-Con by myself, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I make it.
Comic-Con is one of those things that I definitely want to go see.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I've got a good track record, right? I've gone since 2013, and I'm pretty much locked in for 2022. So, because when they were canceling last year's, they said we'll either refund you or give you a ticket for next year.
Right.
So I was like, it's a lot of hassle to get these tickets. So just
I was gonna say, even when I did read that, I didn't even try because if you get the tickets, you might not get the hotel because people book the hotels like 3 years in advance.
So the hotel, okay, we'll start with the ticketing thing, right? So the way tickets are, it's kind of like a lottery type of system.
Right.
But if you get into imagine like the older Adidas site when Yeezys were first like regularly sold on there. You'd be at this loading screen for forever.
Right.
Like the 2018, 2019 type era. So you get on there and you're just kind of waiting and like they let in a wave of people at a time. You have like a 15-minute window to check out, and if you can't check out within that time frame, your session closes, and too bad, you didn't get it.
Right.
And so once those people are like done, once that session of people is done, like they close that out and they open for another 15 minutes for another wave of people. When you're in there, you can buy for yourself plus 2 others, or just a total of 3 people in general. So what we do, we have a group, and we would it's probably like we'll call it like a good dozen to 15 people, right?
Right.
So we to be fair, we would just randomize it. So it's like, okay, this is the list of names. This is everybody in the group, right? Nobody has any precedence over one other person. And so whoever gets in there first, like if you say, hey, I'm in. So, okay, buy badges for this person, and that person. And they're like, all right, cool. Got it. And so then we just cross them off the list and we keep on moving down.
Okay.
Since each person can buy for 3 people,
right,
that betters our chances by a lot, right?
Right. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So we've been able to get everybody in, like the core group, and then we take care of like the plus ones and stuff. So it's like, hey, so-and-so's friend from down the street, like their neighbor that works at the shoe store, they're trying to go. So I put them on the list. Like, all right. And then a few minutes later, all right, we can get them in for Saturday and Sunday. It's like, all right, that's it. They'll take it. So cool. Wow. And now here's the advantage to all this, right? The badge sales are done in 2 waves. So I think it'd be like maybe October and November or something like that. The first wave is people that went the previous year.
Right.
Like the returning people. And then the next round, it's open to the public. So normally we would be able to get everybody in on that returning registration wave. And then we just clean up the 1s and 2s on the next wave with really not much effort.
Right.
So it works out pretty well.
Huh.
And then the thing that kind of sucks is the raffle was thinking shoes, but like the raffle for the hotels is a little bit different. So that one, it's like you fill in your choices and you tell them like, okay, like I'd like to get X number of days in these hotels. They'll give you a list, like a
Right.
big PDF. It shows you like the convention center and it's got charts like using the bus. This one is like a 12-minute ride. This one's 17 minutes. Walking, it's this long. This is the prices. The Westin has like premium rooms and they have standard.
Right. I mean, Comic-Con has gotten huge and more complicated than I thought.
So yeah, you just put in. I mean, I've been lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like every year we've got a hotel. The last time we went in 2019, we didn't get a hotel in downtown San Diego. We got one over in I think it's called Mission Valley or something. Was it? No, it wasn't Mission Valley. It was somewhere else. It was on the coast, but it's like on the opposite side of San Diego. It was
Okay.
so we had to take the bus, and the bus was like a 20-minute ride. Not a big.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
The only thing is just that when you get those downtown ones, it's easier to like just to walk to Comic-Con, like to and from your hotel. So if I need to be there at like 4 a.m. to get in line so I can buy some stuff from like the Hasbro booth, or I can meet AJ Styles or something.
Right.
Because I can just walk, you know. And I believe me, I was walking all over that city. It's like there's a Del Taco 2 miles over here. It's like doing it, you know, for no reason. Wouldn't even think about it. Because like you get in the zone. You're already walking day in, day out through Comic-Con. So when you get to like that city and it's like, oh yeah, I got time to kill. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Like I remember using a bathroom pass because when you're in Hall H for like the big Marvel things and all that stuff happens, I used a bathroom pass to go pick up some limited edition Funkos for McFly. And then I came back in and I used another one later to run to the to the post office and come back just because I was like, okay, I don't care about this panel so much. I think it was like Star Trek or something. Mom, I'll be back. She's like, where are you going? I'm like, I just got to go run outside for a second. And I come back later. He's like, all right. She's like, you were gone for a while. I'm like, yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I say all that to say this, like I'm used to how that whole thing works, and like I can try to help you out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
The biggest thing is that you need to go on comiccon.org and make an account first before anything can happen.
Okay. Because I know like just hearing about how tough it is for Comic-Con, I was just glad that we have Dragon Con.
Yeah, I heard
it gets huge.
Pretty good one.
Yeah, it gets huge. It's spread across 5 hotels downtown, and all the hotels connect by like a bridge or like a next door, an adjacent street. They're all connected though.
Okay.
So like I can't remember what year it was because I haven't been the last 2 years, I think. So it was probably like 2018, 2019, something like that. The connecting tubes, I'm talking about jam-packed to the point where they have to spread people to each side, like one going in one direction for a main thing, one going in the other direction. And then they would like try to make space for people in the middle that are just not even participating in any of it. They just need to get through.
Yeah, they started closing down the streets for Comic-Con because it's like, we can't keep doing this, like unless it's like the buses for Comic-Con.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. Like they shut down certain parts of downtown, especially when they do like the parades and things. And then like somehow Dragon Con even extends itself to our aquarium.
Word. So man, that's because I've been to that aquarium like the times when I lived in Georgia or whatever. I feel like it was a little out of the way.
Right. Yeah, I mean, when you think about when I think about how big the hotels are and how far they stretch, Like there's one hotel that's literally maybe like 2 blocks away from what do they call it? Phillips Arena. Everybody knows it as Phillips Arena. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I saw a pay-per-view there once.
Yeah, they have those pay-per-views and WrestleManias at Phillips Arena all the time. And then like on it's kind of weird, but on the backside of Phillips Arena is the new stadium. But anyway, like right down the street from Phillips Arena is the College Football Hall of Fame and the aquarium. So like Dragon Con ends up extending to the aquarium. And so does MomoCon. I've never been to MomoCon, but apparently that's big too.
Man.
None of those are as big as Comic-Con, but
yeah, because that's the thing. Like the San Diego Comic-Con is huge. It's just, I mean, but once you go though, it's like no matter what degree of fandom you fall into, there's going to be something there for you. Like my aunt, she is way on the outskirts, right? She goes because my uncle, her brother, also lives out there. So it's kind of like a vacation and she can see some family, right?
Right.
Like, his daughter and son are there, that whole thing. But we'll do the Comic-Con thing. And so it's like, she doesn't really care about all those movies. But when we went to see, we were in Hall H the year that they did the Wonder Woman and the Suicide Squad reveal. Like the room is huge because it fits like 7,000 people. And they had this like wraparound screen showing this Wonder Woman fight scene. That thing was ridiculous because it's like starts over here and goes all the way over here. And you see like an arrow flying through the air and like there's I'm looking at it like this is the most unnecessary thing I've ever seen, but it's amazing. And so we watched that. It's like, man, like I'm kind of wanting to see this now. Like I saw who was it? Jamie Lee Curtis came out, talked about like the Halloween movie. I'm like, wow, I have never cared about a Halloween movie until right now. She makes it sound really good. It's in the making, Mom. Gotta see it. And then like, and then later, like we'll just be sitting in there and just kind of waiting out stuff, and like, you don't know what the panels are necessarily, right? Like, I mean, unless you read into it. But like, it's like, what is this? And then next thing you know, like the RZA comes out with like the black guy from what was it, the Spider-Man movie? Oh, the guy that did the voice for Miles Morales.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's on, and I'm like, and then later it's like Wesley Snipes and like Sam Jackson are there. I'm like, what is
that's crazy?
Like, so you just see these random people just talking about stuff.
That is insane.
Man, like, how has Vlogging with Demetrius not gone to an AEW show like that's near Jacksonville?
Oh, he's in Florida?
Yeah. I honestly don't remember where most people are, but
all right, I'm back, man. What's up, home?
What's going on, man?
This is Chip. He hates Goldust. And when he starts his YouTube channel, everybody is going to see a comment from me on every video with a Goldust fact.
I was on last night, huh? I don't know if you remember me, man.
Yeah, I definitely remember.
All right, cool.
I haven't reached that stage in life where my memory fades due to age, not yet.
Now, you got a while. If I'm not there yet, you should be fine.
Right.
But yeah, like he was talking about starting up a channel later in the year because
okay.
Kind of on this, I asked you the question of like what made you want to start it, and your answer was basically the same thing that I told myself. The only thing that I added to mine was just like I had a lot of free time, and that was why I was like, because I had shoes, and it's like I know people are doing online talking about these, and I'm like, you know what? I buy enough shoes, like maybe some people will want to hear about some of these,
right?
And here it is.
I think like the toughest. When starting a channel, the toughest hill to climb is, like you say a couple of things to yourself. Like a lot of people say a couple of things to themselves. I know the first time I did it, I was like, whatever, like you said, I got time. Like these things that I see other channels about are the same thing that I enjoy, and people are actually paying attention to them, why not? Whatever.
Yeah.
The second go round, I was, I kind of said, oh, I've got to get this, I've got to get that, basically trying to get the perfect equipment and finding out that there's like no such thing as getting the perfect setup unless you just got the money to throw into it, which is
One thing I'll add in there before I let you finish your thoughts, like the thing that if you were going to buy one thing, I suggest lighting, because then you can record any time of day.
Yeah.
If you have a phone that was made after 2010, you can probably record a pretty decent video.
Right. Mm-hmm. I learned that would be the very best piece of advice. Is to buy yourself some kind of light if you're gonna record, because the first thing people will say is, "Oh, this lighting quality is off, so I'm not gonna look at it." I mean, some people are like those what do they call them? Underground fans, where they will support no matter what the situation looks like. But majority of people equate good videos to good quality and other, a million other factors. But like, I think after my first video, I realized that, yeah, you got to buy yourself a light, because I tried to use like an overhead room light. It don't work.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good enough for your eyesight, but it's not good enough when it comes to quality in videos.
And see, my girlfriend, she wants to start her little sneaker channel as well. So we're gonna do a combined channel. But like, I don't know how the algorithm is. Like, should I start my own channel first, or like?
It depends.
I mean, because really,
she's camera shy as well, so it's like I don't want to just like bring her into the internet world, like, and she's super camera shy.
So wait, let me back up to make sure I'm looking at your question correctly. So you're asking, like, should you make a separate channel, like yours and then hers?
Yeah. Or should I just do it combined?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, really, it kind of is up to like how you want to manage it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because long story short, I would suggest doing two, because you might have your style of doing reviews. She might have her style, different family with some kind of overlap. You guys can still work together. You can do lives on your channel about whatever, and then you can do one on hers about something else.
Right.
I mean, so I would say you could do it like that, and that way they can both live on their own. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than being like inseparable, because it's easier to focus.
Yeah.
But overall, though, from an algorithm standpoint, what you do, like that decision, doesn't much matter if you stick to whatever it is you decide to do.
Okay.
Right.
Because, like, I'll say, and it's not impossible to change your focus. Like, what's his name? He used to be like a big shoe guy. Has something, it doesn't narrow down. He has something kicks in his title, like franchise kicks, I think.
Okay.
Well,
But
see,
like,
I'm very familiar with like Unbreakable Kicks and Mike Rich. I know you guys know who those guys are.
yeah, but franchise, like, he started off as a shoe guy, which is why his name is what it is. But if you watch him now, you think he's just a wrestling action figure guy. Slowly over time, that's just what he became.
Right.
And now it's working out for him. It's a lot cheaper. It's more accessible. I get it, right? But so you don't have to stick to one thing. You can make that little heel turn in the middle somewhere, if you want to call it that.
And then I think it just all depends on what you're willing to deal with. Because I mean, there are a couple of couples sneaker YouTube channels out there, like the Soulmates and
Mr.
DJ, but
something.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess it all depends on, again, like he said, what you're willing to deal with. Because I mean, you could, if you want to show off a shoe and she wants to show off a shoe, that could create an extended video. And people, YouTube viewers' attention span is not like that unless you're doing like some crazy wild stuff or like challenges. Challenges work well on couple channels for whatever reason, because that's what, that's how it does. But given that dynamic, if she wants to show something of hers and you want to show something of yours, yeah, it will probably be better to do a separate channel and then at different points come and collaborate, or if y'all get the same sneaker, y'all can do a collaborative video and feed off of each other, ideas and energy and things like that. But
yeah, very, very true. And also, like, I'll extend the same offer to you that I extend to pretty much everybody. If you ever want me to, like, when you get your stuff all together or whatever, if you want to send me one of your videos, I'll post it over here. I've done that for people in the past just to kind of get them some extra views and stuff. So it's a thing. I make the offer. Sometimes people take me up on it. Sometimes they don't. It is what it is.
Up, seriously, man. I will, but like I genuinely just I really just love your channel. I don't want to get any clout off you or anything.
Oh no! When I do that, I disable like the ads and stuff, so it's not like there's gonna be all that going on. It's gonna be just to show you to some people that wouldn't normally see you.
You know what? Starting YouTube, I had like the same thoughts. I was like, okay, I'm gonna really work hard and not make it seem as if I'm trying to, use somebody to get into a position that I'm not in.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's all genuine with Shoes Up, man. Like he's legit to me.
Exactly, and I'm right there with you. Like, I have never like reached out to anybody like to say, hey, like, would you mind this or blah blah blah. Like the closest thing I did was, and it was still from a totally different perspective. Like when I did my, what was that? The Pine Green 1.0 Jordan 1 review that I did.
Right.
I asked Skip Goes Hard if I could use a clip of his video because I was in it because we both picked ours up at the same time. And so he got me on camera. Like I was saying something to the camera about like how the pickup went. I was like, hey, mind if I use this clip from your video? It's like, I'm not trying to like say, hey, like, can you promote me? Because like,
right.
It's like, no, it's like, I just want to use your clip. I'm not going to drop your name in there like we're best friends because we're not. People know that, like, we don't even follow each other, I don't think. Well, do we? I know he doesn't follow me, and I don't. Actually, no, I do follow him, though. I'm pretty sure. But again, it's like there's no huge friendship there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For me, when I make this offer to people, it's more like, hey, man, like, I'll say, hey, like, I'd like to put up a video if anybody wants to put something up because I'm not going to be doing any reviews for a while.
Right.
So if you want to, like, be out there in front of some other people, and I'll set up a Dropbox folder and you just send me the file and tell me what you want in the description and all that, and bam.
All right, so I got a question for both of you guys since you guys got a little more experience than me. Is it better to just, like, do a new shoe or do a shoe like I have the True Blue 3 still, like dead stock and everything. Should I just go ahead and leave those in the vault and just do a new shoe?
No, I'm gonna like
you,
because those are the questions. Those are specific questions that I asked or had touched on maybe like months ago, literally maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. What I've learned is if you want to do, I mean, like Shoes Up told me one time, doing a video for your shoes is like a digital catalog.
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you an ability to go back and not only see what you have, but you know where you've been and how you've progressed.
Mm-hmm.
So
helps with insurance claims too.
Right. And the thing is no matter how old your shoe is, nobody's gonna present it to the world the way you are.
Okay.
So where 10 people liked the way somebody presented it to them, probably because it was early, you might have 6 or 7 people. So you're right behind them. And they like you because you presented it in a manner in which, you know, they found appealing, you know, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, my biggest video is not even a popular shoe.
What shoe is it?
It is the what is it? The Adidas Torsion High Artillery that was like done for the re-release of the Bill and Ted movie, Bill and Ted 3. That was my first 1,000 view video, and then like my second biggest video is, I believe, the Adidas Quantum, the blue one. I think that's got like 800 or 900 views on it or something like that. And I mean, I've got like Travis Scott Jordan 6 videos, Off-White videos, and those have like barely touched what a non-popular shoe will do. What I'm starting to learn is the Jordan market for tennis shoes is extremely hard to get any kind of, you know, views or viewership off of, because that's what everybody is doing.
Right. Yeah.
Even I look at mine, like, I mean, okay, so there's another piece of it too. So first off, going off of what Homegrown just said, when I look at my Jordan numbers, they're fine, you know what I'm saying? But they are not similar to like my Air Max or Ultra Boost or Yeezy. Not a total different ball game when it comes to Jordan things. But also, I don't do a lot of Jordan reviews. So when people are searching for things like Jordan related, I'm a little lower on the totem pole, right? Because my channel has not proven itself to be a Jordan magnet for obvious reasons. But it's the same thing. Like, so if, let's say me and, I don't know if you know who he is, but like say JJ All Day, right? If we both get a pair of LeBron whatevers, his video is probably going to be seen by a lot of people because he does a lot of LeBron videos. I've done one. If I get if we both get the same pair of Ultra Boost, totally inverted. Like people are going to see me over him because it's just, my channel just brings in those views already. But, and then going off my side of, you know, what I've noticed, which is what Homegrown was saying. So, and it's the thing that I'm still kind of coming to terms with, but everybody has their own style, right? And I totally suggest everybody just do whatever makes sense when they hit the little red button on the camera. And people will watch some of my reviews, and I know none of these are one of ones outside of the Nike IDs. There are other options out there to watch, but sometimes people will say, oh, I liked this review because you went into this in detail, or you showed some up close shots, and that's what I needed to see because I was on the fence about this. And because there's going to be something that you do that somebody else isn't doing, and that is what's going to win that person over. No matter how you do it, everybody has a market. Like, you can look at some of the worst things out there, like black Twizzlers. Somebody is buying those things. I don't know where that person is. It's not me, but somebody out there is eating them.
So yeah, don't expect to, you know, don't expect that you have to keep up with the Joneses. Because in this case, trying to keep up with them will definitely hurt more than it will help. And when it comes to your channel, do just that. Make it your channel. Review what you want to review, regardless of whether or not it's like the most trending thing at the time.
Also, like if you have a backlog of, I don't want to say backlog, but if you have shoes already, you could also see it as like just practice of doing reviews. Just getting into the, because I mean, like the first review I did, I didn't follow like the formula that I do now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has their thing for the most part. Like when I first sat down with that Beavis and Butthead 3MC, I just turned on the camera and I just started talking. It's like, yeah, I have no idea what I said. Probably I bought these shoes because I like Beavis and Butthead, and they're pretty cool. And I heard this shoe was coming out, so I bought it. It's pretty cheap, It's probably just like just me talking, which is
right.
seems to work for people.
Like, I think my video time, like the longer and longer I do it, the shorter my video times are. Because starting out in the beginning, I could barely keep a video under 15 minutes, and that was just because I was overthinking everything, trying to be perfect, making sure that I hit every single detail. And what I learned is like people don't necessarily care about every single detail.
Right.
They just care about like the certain details or points that hit for them. Like, honestly, I mean, I do it anyway sometimes because that's just what I like to do. But honestly, like, a lot of viewers don't care about a backstory about the shoe. They just want to see the shoe.
They just want to see the shoe. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But not to cut you off, but that just means that they aren't your target audience.
Exactly.
That's all that means.
That's why I said I do it anyway. A lot of times I'll do it anyway, but now doing it longer, I've just found a way to still get what I want out there and then cut it down so that it doesn't, get too lengthy. So I've just kind of starting to find like a happy medium. So,
and I'm the same way. Like my earlier reviews were often very long, and every so often one still will be, but like my, I forget why, but I had to pull up my VaporMax 2020, like the blue review that I did. I think I was going to link to it or something. And I was like, 19 minutes.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, well, you know what? Like it's a new shoe. I had a lot to say about it for several reasons. There was the sizing thing, and then there was like the comparison to like the previous model. It's stuff that people want to hear that are actually for a shoe like that, people want to hear that stuff. Yeah. They want to see like, is it worth it? Now when you're looking at like the average person that's buying like, I don't know, the next Jordan 5 that comes out, they aren't watching that review because they need to know, is it worth it? They're watching it because they want to see it.
Right.
Period. Like, so the early reviewer guys, like people watch those and they're just like, oh yeah, like the comments will probably be a lot of, can't wait to get these. These are going to be great. Oh man, these are so cool. Like it's about time they brought these back.
Right.
None of the other stuff, like I like to have, when I can, a little bit of conversation in the comment section. If someone's like, like one thing I do like about the 20s is this, because I had a problem with the past models because of this reason. I'm like, okay, that's something we can talk about, right? Like it's something you later can bring up. Like, hey, some people out there have noticed that this is on here now, so that might be better if you're like, if you have arch problems,
Right. That's the one good thing about doing a lot of runners, because runners change with every model generation. So everybody needs to know the difference between 2019 and 2020's whatever Nike trainer.
Because they'll put out a new model, and I mean it goes with other things too, sure, but there'll be like a couple steps forward and from some areas, but then there'll be a step back over here, and you're like,
Right.
that step back, it's only one step back, but it matters more than these other steps forward, you know? Like when for me, like the 20, it's like the 20s were doing some good things with the Ultra Boost. But the 19s though, that was just the better one.
Right.
But the 21 things back on track. So
what are you talking about, man? Nobody cares about genuine people or being authentic. Everybody wants fake, and
they want fake shoes and they want faker people.
Right.
That's what it literally seems like, honestly.
Yeah. They a lot of people say, lie to me to make me feel good. That's basically
it's the craziest thing. It's like, I mean, because I've watched some people, and I know some people just have like a natural energy, a certain way about themselves, you know.
Right.
But then there's some people where I'm like, there's no way you are truly this excited about this thing right now. It's just not possible.
Uh-oh, here he come. Yeah, I'm in trouble.
I had to come after you made that comment.
Well,
what I mean is, be yourself. Don't try to be nobody else.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, I thought about it like a couple of months ago, and Shoes Up even said it like in one of his videos. People are starting to title their thumbnails with 100% authentic review, as if they know that like 99.9% of all the other reviews are unauthentic. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it's like if you just make honest reviews, people will pick up on it. Like, because, you know, again, there are some things that I buy that I want to like, and if the shoe isn't where I want it to be, like, yeah, I'll let you know. It's like, hey, man, like, I got these reverse taxi 12s, and I wanted to like them a little more than I do. They look fine, but something's just not quite right.
Ferrari 14.
You buy them? I don't know about all that, but I'll stand by. Like, I'll let people know, like, look, I'm a 12s guy. I want you to, so you can at least walk away with this in some perspective. Like, I'm not on board with this particular thing.
Let me fix that before E-Dub comes and continues a lie. When I say Ferrari 14s, I don't mean the original. I mean the reverse Ferrari 14s. They are not what you would expect from a 14.
Yeah.
Well, and to go back on what Homegrown said about keeping up with the Joneses, you don't have to buy every release because that'll run your pockets dry.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of my not a lot, but some of my videos, shoes that I reviewed on my channel are not mine. And I said in the video, I give the person a shout out saying, thank you for letting me review this sneaker, because I'm not gonna go spend $1,000 a month on Jordans.
Yeah.
I got other priorities.
I cannot do that, man. I cannot do that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're, depending on how you shop, what you're into, you know.
Well, Shoes don't have to worry about that because he's the big time YouTuber over here, and he makes the big bucks.
All the money. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
I told y'all last night, man, I saw this dude post 10 videos in one day.
Right, and he bought all 10 of those shoes in the
That's
same
what I'm saying.
day.
And you hear me in his videos. I got more shoes. You know, you done heard the doorbell ring.
Right.
UPS done dropped off another package. She's like, oh, well, there's some more Adidas just dropped. Let me finish this video.
Man, it's like, I mean, I know I can't really dispute that because I know how it looks. The only thing, like, the fine print in there comes on the invoices, and I take advantage of a lot of deals. So it's like I like my money to go further, right? Because I could have not bought all those shoes that I showed you guys yesterday and bought some couple $100 over retail whatever.
Right.
That a lot of people would be like, oh man, you got the chunky dunks or whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, chunky.
Right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, man, I finally got it. And then I just like sit them in a display case behind me.
Right.
You know, like I bought, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 5? Yeah, I bought these 5 pairs, and I'm going to wear all of them, right? Like, it may not be a lot because, you know, again, the rotation, but they are all going to be worn. You know what I mean? And because that's the biggest thing to me. It's like, I don't want a collection. And I said it in, you know how I post my little Instagram rants, like after the on foot thing for the people that pay close attention.
Yep.
I'll take some shots at some people, right? On a regular basis. And I said it the other day, I was like, I could just keep these, you know, dead stock. But then I look at like the dead stock shoes, and it's just like, that's a waste of money. That's stupid. As it is, right?
Yeah.
I get if you don't get me wrong. There are certain things where it's like I had a plan to wear it to something.
Right.
Sure, never.
And that something never happened.
Right.
Yeah,
But
like when I went on vacation, every shoe I took with me was a dead stock sneaker. I unds 4 or 5 pairs of sneakers on vacation.
I'm gonna end up doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because like you bought them to wear them. Otherwise, they may as well just start selling trading cards, and you just go at it that way.
Because I think I have.
They're like
Pokemon. I have 3 7-foot tall stacks of DS shoes, and I got them with the intention of wearing every single one of them. But then, like,
COVID.
When you work a lot, and of course, COVID, and you have plans, and those plans don't happen, those shoes don't get worn.
See, and that's where like my advantage right now is like working in an office where nobody's paying attention to what anybody's really wearing. Like, you know, you wear your little buttoned shirt or whatever, and so you can look like mildly professional.
Right.
All mine came from Pacific Sunwear, except for the ones my mom bought me from Belk. So like off the clearance racks, I just wear those, and then I'll just put on whatever shoes. It's like, so, I mean, some people seem to like. I know it's like one guy, he'll like kind of look at me like, just to kind of do that, see what's going on down there thing. Because like when I walk in and I'm wearing like a black shirt and some gray pants and it's like these unnecessarily bright Vapor Max Pluses, they stand out.
I wonder what he thought for Air Max month then. A different pair of shoes a day.
I mean, because I'm sure people have noticed, like, you know, because like they may not have realized that I haven't repeated any shoes, but they're probably like these always look new. What's going on here? Because like I was saying last night, part of like me doing my little clips or whatever, I was trying to like get through a lot of shoes and just kind of talk about them, you know, but I want to switch it up. So when I'm talking about something, don't get me wrong, I can come up with a story every day for whatever, but I like to bring in something new, you know? So I actually need to post my one for today about some Asics.
See?
But, you know,
whenever I get home, I got 3, hopefully 4 videos to record.
I've got 3 or 4 videos left to edit. Like I recorded them all because I know how I am. I recorded them all and I edited them, and I think I'm working on the Stealth 5s right now.
Man, like I was doing some editing or some recording earlier today. Is this the one? Yeah. And I was all set to do like the on feats and stuff for this portion, but then as I was taking it out and looking over them, there's a bit of a glue stain down here, and you know, given the way that's not great. And then it's probably cleanable over here, but same thing.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So this, I did the review, and I was thinking like, the other shoe is fine, like the left one, fine. So I've already made my new order to get a new pair. So when those come in, I'll I think I want to do the on feet now, and just go with it, and then send back the other one, you know, or what? But
I would make it like an angry rant type video.
I think at this point, everybody sees through my angry rants because they know that they're not really me being angry.
Right.
I don't have it in me to care about any of this stuff because it's just
on feet are what takes me so long with my videos.
Editing.
Yeah.
Are you guys buying shoes like weekly?
No.
Depends.
Shoes up. I know you are. Shoes.
It
No,
depends.
Shoes Up is buying shoes daily, not weekly.
Because those Jordan 12 Easter lows were trash, so I was able to take a week off. But
I just got my shipping notice for those a little while ago.
but
I'm
the
actually
bad thing-
testing the water with early reviews. I got the UNC 4s in. So I'm
That's
gonna
big
test
money.
the market with that.
That's big money grip. Don't do that. Trying to get them early. You
Oh,
go,
this is a one-time deal.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why is because I placed the bid. Granted, it was a low bid, and I forgot about the bid, and it got accepted. So
That's how I completed my Air Max Curry pack. Was a bid that I forgot. Don't get me wrong; it was like still under retail, just in the range where I was cool with paying for it. But I was out somewhere and like I was thinking, like, okay, like I'm gonna hold off on the shoes for a little while and blah blah blah, for like another week or two, which for me is a long time. And so then next thing you know, email pops up like your StockX order, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, what's StockX order? It's like, oh,
I just went on Hibbit.com and bought a pair of Air Max 90s and 2 hats. It's Jeezy's fault, and I'm starting to buy hats again. Like,
yeah, man, like I bought 3 shirts yesterday. You know the rapper Wale?
yeah,
Of course.
So he had a thing with, well, it's still up there right now probably, with Foot Action and Foot Locker. He made some shirts for Black History Month or something like that.
you can go check it now.
Which is a little bit late, honestly.
Right.
Because there was one with like Booker T, Ron Simmons, or Farouk.
Oh,
thanks,
the wrestling
Kofi
shirt.
Kingston, and somebody else. I forget who the other one was. But I bought one for me. I bought the Kofi one for me, and I bought Mark Henry for my dad and Sasha Banks for my mom. So that way, when we go to WrestleMania next year, they have like a shirt to wear to the show.
What made Wale do wrestling shirts?
He's been on wrestling a couple times, and I think he was somehow.
Yeah, he's a huge wrestling fan.
And I think he was also involved in who had the Intercontinental, was it A6? Somebody had some.
We're talking about Wale, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he once get banned from WWE?
I don't know about all that, but
Yeah,
I know
he got banned from WWE. It was something he tweeted about. It was years ago.
I know that there was an Intercontinental shoe that was done because McFly has it. Can't think of who did it though. Because let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, it was ASICS. Let's see. We'll hit the screen share thing real quick, show you guys what I'm talking about. And once you see it, it'll probably be familiar to you. You're probably, oh, okay, I kind of remember that. Let's see. Is that see that one on the right? Yeah, they kind of look a little familiar to you now.
Those are the. What can I compare those to? Those are kind of like the Air Max 90 Bacons of the ASICS world, or the Tiffany's of the Dunks world. I remember those.
Yeah, so because I remember seeing them, but I didn't know what they were. And so it's one of those rare cases where like I looked at it and I'm like, I don't know if that's really for me. But if I had known that it was based off the Intercontinental title, then I probably would have bought them. You know what I mean? Because that's one of those cases where knowing the story helps, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't always sway someone's opinion, but sometimes it's useful. And this would have been one, but because I mean, I'm sure I probably could have. Actually, those might not even be that expensive, honestly, because I feel like it's probably not something that's super sought after.
Right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
I don't know how long he's been there lurking in the shadows, but
Hey, like Homegrown said, you never know what video will pop.
yeah. My most watched video is the VaporMax Flynet 3 multicolor, and the next most watched video, the Air Max 90 slide, because I was probably the only person that bought it.
Yeah.
My most watched was the Hyper Royal 13.
Okay.
You know what?
Video on how I got Travis Scott 60.
Wait, you were breaking up a little bit there. Say that again.
Oh yeah, I was saying like my most viewed video was the Hyper Royal 13. I got over 1,000 views,
Right.
and I've done videos to where I told people how I got Travis Scott 60s for free, and I don't think that even did
Oh yeah,
150,
yeah,
which I could be wrong.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
sometimes it is weird because like even because and that's why I always say like to people like don't judge your views off of what other people might be doing, but like
Right.
off of yourself, right? Because that's
Right.
what I do. Like if I post a video, like I know like if I get a like how about those numbers are looking like 12 hours and 24 hours later if I post them at normal times and normal person intervals, not like 10 in a day, then it's like, okay, this is how I know that this video is kind of doing all right. And I know when videos aren't, because sometimes you have that feeling, you just know.
Right.
But then there'll be the ones that surprise you, like for better or for worse. Like my Bread 350 video didn't do well at all, like number wise, right? I think it got like, for me, comparing to my other Yeezy videos, it didn't do well. But at the same time, that one has been around for a while, and it was, I want to say that one was released in stores too, and I had to wait on mail, and then like the review was like, the picture was like me being disgusted or something. So it didn't really like look enticing to people either. One of those honest reviews that I was doing, because I do that sometimes. Let's see.
Now that's one thing I can give to
cool.
a
You got
YouTuber.
the shirts.
I
All
think
right.
you just gotta play like psychological warfare with your subscribers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you get something, you hit on the trophy room ones, and in your thumbnail you call it trash.
Yeah.
They're gonna wonder why you calling this sought after shoe trash.
That's true.
I mean, technically that's clickbait.
Yeah. I mean, and that is the thing. The clickbait articles are still alive and well. They are out there. I mean, like that's for like me. Like I normally only put the shoe information in the title. Like now, when I did the 380s, I was like, "Are these worth buying?" I think I put that in there, or something like that, because I'll throw that out there. Like, is the best slides? Question mark. And now the reason I do like I'll do stuff like that, like best slides, is because then I'll use that in the tags later, so that way when people search for best slides, I come up, and it worked.
I'm just learning how to work the tags.
That comparison video has done good things for me, number wise. So, I mean, it's not like I'm saying like, you'll take advantage of everything you can, but at the same time, take advantage of everything you can, because the rules work the way the rules work.
Right.
So I go out there and I just tag my videos in a way that they will be seen by the people that are searching for that type of stuff, hopefully. I mean,
I've seen videos where they said tag do work, and I've seen videos where it said tag doesn't work.
Well,
I still use a couple of tags.
Like I was saying, like in one of the videos in that playlist I was talking about, like the one that's titled tagging, whichever one that one is, I do kind of compare, and I bring up my own stats to say like, look, if you look at the analytics of your specific video, you can see which tags are the most helpful, right? You can look at it for your channel, or you can look at it for the video, whatever, and then you just gotta make sure they're in the right places in the future, so that they get picked up for people. So the tags are definitely going to help, because I mean, your video can still be seen without proper tagging, because like I have videos from before I realized all that have done well for themselves somehow, but were tagged and titled like garbage. It's like Air Max shoe. It's like, that's, you know what I'm saying? And then like somehow people watched it.
Yeah, I had to get better with coming up with the tags.
No, just like again, if you've done a similar video before, just look at the analytics of that, like model wise, you know, or look at anything. Look at your other good videos and just see what people have been searching for that brought them to that, and then just change it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like what I did with the Yeezys. All my Yeezy tags at this point are mostly the same. Just like I changed where it says ash stone to like infrared something or whatever the case is.
Right.
Because the thing is, you got to remember, like when people go to search for stuff, right? Not everybody necessarily knows what they're searching for.
Yeah.
You might just want some black and blue Jordans. So put black and blue Jordan in your tags. Like they might be looking for the Game Royal 12s. They might be looking for the UNC Obsidian 1s. You don't but just put it in there.
Oh wow, yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, but you just
like I put like the name of the shoe. I might put Nike sneakers or something like that as a tag. But
you got to cater to both sides. You got to cater to the people that know exactly what they're looking for, and the people that are just kind of doing broad searches, like summer Jordans, summer shoes, you know,
right,
black, like all black 12s, right? Like they may not know what they're called, so maybe they're looking for those neoprene 12s, maybe they're looking for the master 12s. As long as it all comes up at the same time, like they may be looking for something else, and they might see your video like, you know what, I was looking for those, but now this Demetrius guy might be onto something here.
Yeah.
So yeah, because again, like, and this isn't just within YouTube. Like I was telling Chip earlier, like if you go on Google and you search the right thing, like you might just be looking for the Ultra Boost because you heard about it and you just want to see pictures. Like you go type it in Google, there's a possibility that I'll come up and you'll be like, oh, a video. Now I don't have to read it. Going on, Jeezy?
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Jeezy, I'm gonna have to send I'm gonna have to send my bill to you for all these hats that I've purchased.
We don't do rebates over here.
Yeah, he brought that up earlier, and then you showed up.
Oh, right. Man. I would not be McFly. We're gonna blame it on McFly.
Yeah, I see that. He does wear a lot of hats, so I mean that's one area where you can't blame me. Like I haven't worn a hat in a video and
ever.
Well, you know, we all can't have the perfect hair.
Wow.
Right.
You know what was funny is like it's like I went for a run earlier, you know, and then like I finished and I walked past the mirror or something. And I was like, huh. Like, okay, I guess there is some truth to that. But yeah, it's funny because I will get some like random compliments here and there from people. Like, man, your hair looks nice. It's like it'll be like what is it, like random person like a cashier at Panera or something like. Thanks.
It's like literally the perfect fro.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the pick two. I have the tuna sandwich and the macaroni and cheese. But yeah. Oh, what's that?
I've said that many times. I've wondered, like, hey, does his fro ever get out of place? Like, there's never a strand out of place.
It's fun because, like, you know, for years I didn't even think about it. You know, I was just like, it's like I'll do a quick look, like, yeah, that looks like that's supposed to look. And then people like, I'd hear things from some people in like comments or like on lives or whatever. Well, hey man, like I just wanted to jump in and ask you real quick, like the fro thing. Like, when are you gonna do a live about that? Like, I don't know what the secret is. There's no secret, I don't think, anyway.
You just tell them it's Gorilla Glue.
And tell them like, no, it's not even real. No.
Like the Gorilla Glue girl. Who, oh my God.
Man, yeah, I heard about that. I didn't really look into it, but I was just like, you know what?
She's not too far from here.
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say, when I heard her talking, I was like, I know that accent. I definitely know that accent.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
But the thing is, she's 40 something years old.
Correct.
Runs a daycare.
Correct.
And has, I think, like 3 or 4 boys, and I'm just like.
But she's. I also found out she has an arts and craft business, so she's familiar with glues.
I'm just hey, apparently not. I'm just like. At first, I was thinking she was 20, and I'm just like, it's still stupid for a 20-year-old to put Gorilla Glue in her head. But when I found out that she was in her 40s and she was responsible for other people's children, then I got a bit worried.
See, this is new information to me. I just assumed, because of what it was, that she was a young person just doing young person things.
Right.
She was an old person doing young person things.
I see that.
I'm like, and her hair wasn't stuck like that for a day. Because like when I first saw it, I'm thinking it was stuck like that for a day. No, her hair was stuck like that for weeks before she actually decided to post a video. And then it took the internet to tell her what she should have done for her to actually go and do it.
It had to be a slow news week that week.
Man, that just God, like I can't believe it. Like, I mean, it's some people are a little more careful with what chemicals they use on their body, you know. It's like if I look at something like that, it's like glue, like, and if you look on the front of it, it's like holding two cement blocks together. It's like,
right.
Like, yes, it is strong enough for your hair.
Right.
However, it's clearly not made for that.
She said, I can't even get the shampoo through this. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, they use that on boats, and it helped it float.
Right? What are you doing over there, man? Like, just you're not ready for that hairstyle yet. You need to do the all natural, just kind of let it be thing, Just ask Whoopi Goldberg what she's doing, and just do that.
Whoopi Goldberg and those shaved eyebrows.
Okay, well, there is that. I never questioned. I didn't know if she just doesn't have any, or if that's just.
I thought she just didn't have any.
She had been shaving for years. Because if you look at her in The Color Purple, she had eyebrows.
Yeah, but what was Sister Act 2?
Yeah, I think Sister Act 2, she didn't have any eyebrows. She had been shaving, like she shaves her eyebrows. So
that's yeah, because it's one of those things. I would see it and I just accepted it as like, okay, that's right. That's with her. It's like when you see somebody that's bald, you don't always ask, like, I wonder if they're shaving their head or if they're just actually bald. Okay.
I mean, like for the longest, for the longest, I did not realize she didn't have eyebrows. And then I looked one day and I'm like, that's nothing but eyebrow muscle, skin and muscle.
Super Saiyan 3 eyebrows.
Right, and I'm just looking like, wow.
Oh
man, that is, yeah. I don't know. It's just maybe if I watched more of her movies and she was in my face more often, I would have really thought about it.
I probably watch entirely too much View, The View to know.
Man, I watched that video you did about the Jordan 1s. Man, that is so dope that you know that lady. That's dope.
Which ones?
The Genas.
Oh, the SB Genas. Yeah. Yeah, they actually. I'm trying to remember what happened. Because it was about 2 years ago now. Since we first encountered each other, but then in the midst of that, she wound up getting the shoe like that. I want to say probably that following year. But I also met Frank Cooker, who was the one who helped curate that.
Wow.
So he had a project down here in New Orleans with Katrina 3. So like, you know, Small World, all this took place.
Right.
And that's how it took off from there. But that's crazy how, like, you know, but sweet lady, very sweet lady, man. Like she's the reason I don't post a lot of things that I really want to post most of the time. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
And then, man, I didn't know you worked for a shoe store up until like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's been holding out on us. I've been kind of trying to plan something to implement that into the videos because I want to kind of sync the store with the videos and also help their social media out at the same time. So that's just why I've been keeping a lot of that on the wraps.
Yeah, because I know you haven't mentioned it before, but it's usually like you don't draw attention to it.
Right.
If it's truly relevant in the moment, because like you haven't hit it necessarily, like you haven't you just haven't talked about it, you know.
Right, it's kind of one of those situations like if nobody asks, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I remember seeing like the IG photos, and I'm like, wait a minute.
That'd be like if like, you might see him one day like walking around with an elephant, like you got a pet elephant, like you never.
I got a pet hyena.
But I'm like, those aren't even out yet, are they? And then I'm like, man, I know he gotta know somebody in the store.
No, and I remember some of those did come from other places. So I just couldn't mention them by name.
Right. And then I just remember seeing that one post. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, that's dope.
Over there doing your detective work, like Batman.
Right. Stumbled upon the answers.
Oh no, I'm about to say I could see somebody coming there. Are you gonna do any work? Shooting videos all day?
Like this is work. I mean, believe me, it can be.
No,
Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, like tomorrow will probably be one of those afternoons for me because I've been recording a lot lately.
Yeah.
Now I need to go back and see what all is unrecorded because what didn't I? Because I know I recorded a review yesterday, but I don't think I did the on feet for it.
My girlfriend just reminded me that I'm like 6 videos behind. So.
Whew.
Oh yeah. It's it happens because like what was it for? Because on Air Max, the day before Air Max Day was the last time I had done a video until Sunday. The live Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So every now and then I just kind of take my little breaks. So
but you're different. You have like a full catalog stacked up of videos that are just waiting in the queue.
And that's the thing. It's like the downside, like because this time around, like I didn't do anything. I wasn't watching videos outside of wrestling videos. I wasn't recording anything. I was getting boxes, but they were just piling up, you know? And so now it's like, well, it's time to start doing this. So I've recorded a few through the week, but I don't even remember what it was. Like, oh, that's what it was, because they're over there. 2 Gel Light 3s. And I did the on-feets of those, but there's a pair of 97s somewhere. That's what it is. Somewhere, there's a pair of 97s that I need to do an on-feet of. Yeah. So I'll probably do that on-feet tomorrow, and then a whole mess of editing, and then start rolling these things on out.
Yeah. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Because there's a part of my discipline that's broken that won't allow me to do it that way. I don't know.
I think the last time I did it was 3 videos, and then after that I was like, okay, I think I'm good for the week.
See, like,
right. I'll start to get into a rhythm, and then like that rhythm will get exhausting, and I'm like, I'll take a break. It won't hurt. And then that break ends up being like a serious break. Yeah. So
right.
See, my goal is to get back to what I was originally doing, which was shoe comes in, review is recorded, review is edited, review is published
right
in the morning. So, or that night. But I have so many to get through right now that it's just I can't do that right now.
Yeah.
So, but the next ones, well, actually, because I'm not reviewing those red ones until that's gonna be one of those after the fact things. That's gonna be a performance review, so that's different. But these three gel light 3s over here need to be done. And then I was also spacing them out because like I was gonna do lives over the weekend for WrestleMania. And if I do a live, I like to do a review also that day because the shirt isn't completely wasted. Because once I wear it, like it gets retired. It's a one and done situation.
Right. That goes in the many millions of dollars that you have that you can just sift through. Like
no, what Deion Sanders said, he only wears his suit one time and then no more.
Yeah.
That's how it is over here. Like if you go watch all my reviews outside of the ones recorded on a single day. And then there was one where it's the closest that I've done for a review would be a CM Punk shirt because I have it in tank top and t-shirt form. So it's slightly different.
Yeah, I remember that video. Yeah.
Technicality.
Now people are going to be looking to see, is he going to wear the same shirt twice?
But now I'm wondering and honestly, like I keep track in a sense of like physically those shirts that I've worn are at the bottom of the closet, right? That's where they live. But I do actually track that on like the same document where I keep all of my like the giveaways I've done and all the other stuff. So and like, yeah.
I was gonna say it doesn't happen unless multiple videos are being shot in the same day and just released at different times.
Yeah. Because now I'm curious, see what number I'm up to nowadays. How far?
500.
No, it's
up there.
I guess it'd be like 285.
It's time to donate to the Goodwill. I know they're gonna know you by name.
Because like I have some shirts on here, but I have them highlighted to where like I recorded something in them, but never published it because it was going to be part of like a performance review. So those are in a different color. So I remember like, hey, these are safe to wear. Don't worry. Yeah.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Like, and then a lot of the times, like, trying to find a shirt that matches the shoe or the theme of the shoe is one thing. Tonight, it's like, goes with the pay-per-view, right? So that's how it is other times.
Right.
Just kind of, or if it's Throwback Thursday, maybe I'm just kind of going to buy into that thing. Happens. But yeah, it's just another layer to the review situation over here. Man, it's
one day the corner of obscurity will be cleared from all these unopened boxes.
Yeah, that's me. Like, and then of course I got the AEW Series 4 ish. So this is going to be a whole thing.
Oh, man.
Those reviews are time consuming. They are.
Yeah. The toy review.
Yeah. Because like how like, I know like not all of yours you go into like depth with like the pictures and stuff, but when you do, that is.
I'm trying to remember which one. I think it was after the Psycho Rangers. I was like, you know what? I don't think I need to do this again. This was 5 figures, 1 pack, and like
wow.
Like
okay,
yeah. It literally like the time of the video was probably tripled the actual time that it took me to do.
Yeah, that's how it is for me. Like, and these, so the way Ringside Collectibles does their pre-orders, right? They kind of estimate them based off of their incoming shipments.
Mm-hmm.
So the first pre-order, it'll just say pre-order, right? And that's it. Like, so whenever those come in, you're in that group. But if you go back to the site later in the day or whatever, you might see that it says like pre-order 2 or 4 or 5, whatever.
Right.
Meaning like that wave of the next shipment, that's you. I was in wave 5 for these. People started reviewing these like a month and a half ago. Something like that. So I'm a little late to the party, but I'm still going to open them, and I'm still going to give them the same treatment that I give my reviews. I mean, going into it, it's like I know that they won't get the watch time to make that matter, but the people that happen to just watch my stuff will watch it, you know, and they'll be like, oh man,
Right.
those are pretty detailed, you know, that's pretty cool. They'll appreciate it, like that handful. And that's enough, you know?
Right.
And you do it often enough, you get faster at it. So
Yeah.
that's the other upside to it, is just kind of getting used to that and just kind of getting it down to a science to where you can just pull this thing out. And like, because obviously I don't open the boxes before the reviews. I kind of like with the Ninja Turtles, like I did that whole review with them still in the box. But like as you're looking at it, you're seeing pictures that I took later,
right?
When they actually opened. So that's what I'll sit here like, okay, so up next we got Sammy Guevara, and if you look at this, and then I pull it back, and that's when the magic happens. So meanwhile, I'm just sitting here looking at this and saying stuff while I'm like holding the figure up on the screen, because you know, movie magic.
Man, I was looking at a couple of Jesus videos, and I'm like, dude, you about to be buried in figures, man. Like,
it's either the hats or the figures. One got to take precedent over the other.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you need like a custom shelf to start. Like,
I'm actually in the midst of trying to move a couple of these things to another area, so it's just it's crazy right now because now, like I told you probably seen my little girl. She's getting into it now, so now I gotta definitely make a whole new space for her.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of editing.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the sad part. I get more enjoyment out of doing videos with her than my own videos now.
I can definitely understand that. Just the excitement of.
That's why
I wanted to do the video.
Yeah, there was actually a shoe I had that I didn't want to do unless she was there because she has the same shoe now. So I wanted her to really get in depth about that one.
Right.
And pray to God they don't get attacked, because you know how they feel about men getting women branded shoes for whatever reason.
Yeah, I say forget it. Like if I can, actually, I might wear one of those tomorrow. I might break out some 8s because we were talking.
Right,
about
I'm like,
it came in my size.
I'm like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I don't care because I'm not buying your size to resell it for a ridiculous price.
It was the UNC to Chicago all over again.
Right. I'm like, I'm getting this shoe to wear, not to sell to you. So don't worry.
Exactly.
Right.
I made my rant about that. When was that, man? That was
last year, right?
It was, because I remember it was sparked because of around the time I wore some Jordan 5s, the Hot Lava 5s.
Mm-hmm.
And then I proceeded to share my thoughts.
I think every male YouTuber got hate within the last 2 years when it came to these women releases.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, for one, I mean, they don't always sell out, you know.
Right.
And two, it's like, if you put in the work to get something, you deserve to have it, right?
Right.
If you're gonna get on there,
me.
If you're gonna,
my shoe size fits within yours, blame Nike.
I mean, there's not a lot of women wearing a size 11 around here. I met one. That one.
What team did she play for?
No, actually, I think she works in construction.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense too. Yeah. Them big old boots. Yeah.
Even that's questionable. Like that still doesn't explain that you had to grow into this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't picked up a women's I haven't picked up a women's shoe in a while, I don't think. Well, no, the Digital Pink VaporMax 3, VaporMax Flyknit 3s. That was a women's release. But before that, it might have been the Reverse Aqua 8s.
What was I think it was one color I wanted was like it was a sunburst with sunburst and Vault color, but you know, didn't come in my size, so couldn't get it.
Because I think there have been some Vapor. I don't know. It's weird, like because I've seen some Vapor Maxes where like the black and white color, kind of like those 20s that I have on.
Yeah,
I had bought the other day. I've seen some. Wait, did I post that? Is that video? Have you seen a Vapor Max 20 video lately? Maybe I posted it. I don't
know.
Even
with the pull cord, huh?
Huh?
The one with the pull cord on the back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Okay, cool. I was like, am I talking about stuff that I haven't done? But no, like, so like that colorway on the VaporMax Flyknit 3, they made a men's and they made a women's. And it's like the same shoe.
One had a clear bottom though.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, one that actually had a clear bottom. I had a
okay.
I actually had both in my store. I had the all black pair, black bubbles and black top, and the other one just had the black top with like
kind of how they did with the Jubilees.
Yeah.
Okay, because I never looked at them side by side. I was just like, what's the difference here?
Oh, thank you again. My daughter loves those.
No problem. No problem.
Oh man!
And look, actually, one video they said I had my name tag on, but I'm like, y'all still see me go shop at Foot Locker and other places and things like that.
Right.
Like, I still have to put these raffles in.
Hey man, like you got to do what you got to do. Like you can have some loyalty later. Yeah, but
yeah, like
but when I'm trying to take care of number one.
Nope, I'm still fighting a good fight.
Yeah. Hey, I was fighting a good fight yesterday on an iced honey bun. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. I'm glad you got the best of it.
Yeah. You know, I'm out there. I'm just doing what's right. Just trying to do my part.
Speaking of honey buns, I was actually about to go out and get some. I want to go get donuts, but I don't know if I want to take that drive.
Raging Bull 5s. Are you getting those?
I'm crossing my fingers. If I hit on this Flex app, I've had a good track record as of late. So hopefully I will be in the running.
I can't hit on Flex to save my life. 3 times I struck out on the University Blues.
Well, now yesterday on the last restock yesterday, I actually was able to get my daughter's size for her from it was from Champs. So I won on that one, and I didn't post it, but you know, in a fit of rage, I hit on another pair of the black and white dunks last week.
Yo,
but I forgot. I didn't confirm it because I was actually at work, and yeah, you know, you didn't confirm it time.
Yeah. I definitely wanted those black and white dunks, but
yeah,
I didn't cry.
I know they're restocking next week. I believe next week they're restocking.
Okay. I put in for those 5s. I have mixed feelings about it, and I mean not about the shoe itself, more so about like I know I'm not gonna wear them all the time. You know what I'm saying? But the other thing is like I just got those 12s that are very similar.
Right.
You know, so it's like I don't need those, but I mean I can look around and just like, you know, I can throw a rock and hit a million things that I don't need. So, but I'm just like, we'll see. Because then there was the Ultra Boost version of the ZX 8000 was supposed to come out today, but I guess it got pushed back. So I'm like, if that did actually get pushed back to May, that
gives you some wiggle room.
It gives you room.
Have you seen the Coca-Cola Asics?
Yes. Finish Line had it advertised.
No, I don't know, but I will say I had these on earlier when I was so I could talk about them for the sizing and comfort and stuff. These things are crazy comfortable. I don't know if I'm just late to the party and you guys already know that, but the ZX 8000.
No idea.
No
dude,
idea.
Like this upper here, it's like one big old pillow. Like it just like that's around your foot, gives it a nice little foot hug.
Yeah.
I will say the midsole is on par with like a Gel Light 3. You you know, like the Gel-Lyte 3s and all that stuff. It's pretty much on par with those, but they get the edge because the upper is better.
I was gonna say that like the midsole looks extremely comfortable because it's got kind of that like dad shoe.
Yeah, I'm about to say that bulky shoe.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like it doesn't have a lot of. Let me hold up these two because it's like standard Gel-Lyte 3, you know, for the most part.
Right.
Hold on, where's that big screen button? Let's click that for a second. So, you know, they're both very narrow shoes or whatever, you know.
Right.
They both kind of have that same sort of build in a way. This is a little more streamlined. This does have a chunkier look to it. I think it's just like the look, though, honestly. It's just the design of it. But overall, though, these, I can walk around in these all day. I just did today, actually. Not this pair, that pair over there. But these, though, these things, they are a little pricier because these are like $140. These are only $110 or $120, depending on if they're premium or not.
Right.
But still, like, I'm guessing that these will be on some clearance prices in the near future. And if they are, definitely consider checking out a pair. Oh, and these have that cool sole on the bottom. Kind of translucent.
That's the one I liked. Yeah.
The 3M laces and the Silver Surfer thing going on. And you got to get it from the right angle, but this kind of has like an iridescent glow from some angles.
Nice.
So yeah, I was very content with these, minus the fact that there's a glue stain on one and they have to go back.
Yeah.
But you know, it happens. It's I haven't had a problem with an Adidas shoe probably ever, honestly. I think this is the first one, and I bought a lot of Adidas, so I'm not even going to complain about it. It's like their track record is fine by me.
Yeah. Adidas has come out with some good quality shoes at like $40 or $50 cheaper than the average Jordan.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I feel like with this being just kind of glue type stuff, on the side here, I can probably clean that up, but I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like I did it when I bought my dad's Air Max 97s for his birthday, that Cowboys colorway.
Yeah.
I did have to clean those up, but I didn't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I got the little printout from the lady at Champs, she was like, okay, there's a pair in Virginia Beach, which is like the next closest. And then there's a pair in like DC, which is like 2.5, 3 hours away. I'm like, well, I'm not going to DC.
Virginia Beach is.
Yeah, I'm like, what sucks because like from here in that morning, I went across the tunnel for whatever reason. And so from that point, it's like 30 minutes east of here. And from there, Virginia Beach is like another 15, maybe 20 minutes. So had I known that Virginia Beach was where I was going to end up that day, I could have saved myself a hassle. But instead, I went from Norfolk, which is, like I said, 30 minutes from here, to Newport News, which is about close to an hour from there. Because from me to Newport News is like 20 minutes. So now I'm driving like 50 just to turn around and drive like an hour and a few minutes from Newport News to Virginia Beach. So it's like you start here, you go here, then you go here, and then you go here. I'm like, man, he better like these shoes. He did. Don't get me wrong. He was all about them. He's like, man, it's like these look like a racetrack on here. Man, these are like, you know what? Like, whatever it takes to sell you on these, like whatever you like about them,
I'm like them, old man.
It's like I never looked at them like that, but now it's all I see. It's like a racetrack.
Racetracks.
So he'll probably be wearing those he'll probably wear his Element 55 Cowboys shoes. Like it wasn't a limited release. It was just nobody really bought them, so they didn't make a whole bunch of them. But like I was telling them, the plan is going to Dallas for WrestleMania next year for Dad's birthday because he's a big Cowboys fan. It's going to be in the Cowboys Stadium. There's no other time that we would go there as a family because we're not in the football like that. So, well, he is, but so we're gonna, in theory, go out there for his birthday. And now that he's becoming a wrestling fan, thanks to WrestleMania 21, was that Kurt Angle versus HBK?
WrestleMania 21.
Wait,
long time ago.
20 was Angle and Guerrero, I believe. No, wait, 20 was. It probably was. I think it was 21.
So, but yeah, because we watched one of those Stone Cold podcasts. Like, I think it was the one with Kurt Angle. It might have been the one with Mark Henry.
Mm-hmm.
So then he kind of saw like what these people go through to be wrestlers. You know what I mean? Because I forget which one we watched that night. I'm thinking it was the Kurt Angle one, and later we watched the Mark Henry one. But we watched that, and then he's like, "Wow, that's some crazy stories." And then we watched the match, like the Kurt Angle versus HBK, and he's like, he's kind of getting into like, "Wow, this is big." Because we also watched the we also watched the making of WrestleMania, where like they do like the day of, and they talk about all that stuff. And he's like, "Man, there's a lot going on here." And then we watched like that match because I knew it was like, this is. I haven't seen this, I don't think, but I know he's gonna get into this one. And because it's Shawn Michaels, it's Kurt Angle, it's WrestleMania, like it's gonna be good, and it was.
Right.
So now he's like, wow, that is crazy. It's like, it's so athletic what they're doing. Like they really make you believe like in this moment, like he's feeling really bad about his leg, man. Like, yeah.
They're doing their job.
Yeah, they will get you. They're not overselling. They don't need to bring out the ladders and the chairs for every other spot. It's just two dudes in there and also the build up to that was pretty cool. I hate that I missed that era of wrestling for the most part.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, was Angle coked up at this point in his career? I look at a lot of them TNA matches and I'm like,
if he was on something at that point, Shawn Michaels is the right guy to be in the ring with him because he knows a thing or two about being on something.
Yeah.
So he could probably get him through it, right? Right.
Because like clearly Kurt was during TNA, I was like, you could clearly see the matches that he was on cloud 9.
Yeah, I think Jeff Hardy there's a famous one or infamous one with him and Sting. Jeff Hardy and Sting, I think. Was it?
Yeah, it was him and Sting.
And he was just, it was like, you could tell, and then I forget what happened, like Sting just like, probably just like manhandled him into being pinned.
Oh, man.
But I saw on that same note, just a different area or whatever of life. I saw a Chili Peppers Saturday Night Live show once where I guess like the guitarist was like deep into whatever drugs he'd been doing, and he's so good that like he can play to anything at any point, and you're like, man, like you can tell he's so out of it, but he's playing great right now. It was like, no, it's like this one long solo or something through the whole song. It's like, man, this works, but man, is he in his own world. But speaking of, like, I'm about to have to go get into my little sleep world soon here because it's apparently 11:30 and I gotta wake up.
Wow,
go to work. So who knew?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, but it's good seeing you guys, catching up and all that good stuff. Sitting around talking about some random stuff. Have to do it again sometime. I know I keep saying that, but then
we gotta get the scheduling back in order.
Yeah,
right.
No, like this weekend is off because of WrestleMania, but
correct.
Maybe next weekend we can make some kind of other live happen. The weekend of the 17th, 18th,
or middle of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Should be able to do that. I got a pretty open schedule unless I unless I'm picking up something for the day, like then that just kind of throws off my afternoon just a little bit. But could probably still pull something together.
Picking up and battling birds and squirrels.
Huh?
You say battling?
Picking up and battling birds and squirrels. On those nature hikes that he takes.
And making fun of the rebel bird that just couldn't.
Oh man, like he was, because I was walking, like usually like if a bird is on the ground, like it's usually walking for one.
Right.
Fly away or walk away. He just like looked at me and like, do something. And I'm like, you got like claws and stuff, man. I'm not really ready for this right now.
Sound like them hood seagulls we got.
I like those ducks I saw looking for a new boat. It's like somebody like, so the problem with me doing those videos and stuff is that I will do them and completely forget moments later. And I was just going about my day. And like the next day, somebody will be like, oh man, that's hilarious. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, I gotta start remembering what I'm doing here. It's like the guy that drew my pictures up here, he gets a kick out of those. Him and apparently his son too. They're like, yeah, we like watching your stuff, man. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
So that's cool. It's weird again, but just you never know who's out there watching and like who your next friend, who your next fan, all that stuff is gonna be. So now I'm like got friends out there making calendars and stuff, and I'm like, man, that's crazy. All the people the random people you meet out here in the YouTube streets, as they say.
Right.
Facts.
But all right, but yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later and all that good stuff. And again, like we're definitely going to, we still got a lot of this month left. So we are doing an action figure thing this month. It doesn't have to be on the weekend.
Okay.
Whatever. Like I know Jeezy, I know you have a work schedule that
hopefully I should. Well, I know this week's gonna be hectic and a little bit next week, but we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm mostly open. Like I can reschedule reviews or whatever I'm planning to do, but I don't have any other lives that I had planned. So I'm a pretty open book for April.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, we'll figure something out. Make our big
no
comeback
problem at all.
All right.
But for now, everybody out there, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll cross paths in the future. And make sure you cross paths with everybody who's passed through here tonight too. They're totally worth it. Later, people.
Peace.